Greetings and salutations, friends, and welcome back to Stamford Bridge. Yet again.
Hello.
We're going to have it a slight bit easier today. There's been too many goddamn crazy days, so today we're mostly just going to watch a nice little Why Communists Are Stupid video.
Oh, my favorite. It'll be a blast from the past.
It will. It actually will. Although we do have a couple of other little quick hits first, like, for example, who the fuck is Malcolm Gladwell? Chat. Help. Because I actually don't know. But this is all over the news media today. Fox News talk about it, CNN, Pink News, all of the LGBT media, everybody is apparently talking about this guy, who I presume was once a big proponent of trans people in women's sports, and is now suddenly going like, oh, I was pressured into having a pro-trans position on this. Really, Malcolm? Who pressured you?
Honestly don't know. I mean, I swear to God, I'd never heard of this guy. And I mean, we've spent the last decade talking shit about leftism and studying and reading all of their papers and all of their academic work and all of the mainstream journos, and I've never heard of him.
Nope. And yet now, New York Post is talking about it. He was ashamed of being cowed into supporting trans athletes. We got it on Fox News. Newsweek. This is apparently a big deal, and I have no fucking clue who this is. He's Canadian. I know that. So, I mean,
I had a quick look at his Wikipedia page. He's married. He's got 5 kids, which was surprising for, shit libs. He's a staff writer for the New Yorker since 1996. He's published 8 books. He's got a podcast.
Who doesn't these days?
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, exactly. Who doesn't these days? So, it doesn't exactly, single him out.
But this is kind of a funny one too. Scotland. There's the Kingdom of Kubala. Have you heard about the Kingdom of Kubala?
Oh yeah, that was honestly, it sounds more impressive in the headlines than it actually is. It's some basically Scottish retard. No, sorry, African guy who wants to set up a kingdom in Scotland, but it's like it's just him and his girlfriend and his wife. And it's just total bollocks. So I honestly would not worry about it.
It's literally a hobo and 2 women who have somehow been brainwashed into this. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the guy's dick is just like 20 feet or something. I don't know. But
I guess it must be it.
He's got 2 women living in the woods with him as he declares the Kingdom of Kubala in Scotland.
Yeah. It's nonsense, and I don't know why any airtime. Like you say, it's a hobo, but it's just like, okay,
it's just such a. I love it too. Look at how they live. Fuck, trailer trash in America have better lives than this.
Oh yeah, by a long way.
A coffee offer from Ghana.
Just be deported back to Ghana. For fuck's sake. Why is he here? Why is this GDP? Am I looking at raw GDP here?
He is the Messiah who, after hearing a prophecy about coming together of lost tribes, set out to rebuild land stolen from black Jacobites by Queen Elizabeth I in 1596.
Fucking idiot.
The biblical land of Zion was not in the Middle East. It's in Scotland, goddammit.
Scotland, that's where the black people are from. It's like, all right, retard.
God. Literally, the man has just smoked 1 too many pipes, but
it's just such nonsense.
Anyways, yes, Malcolm Gladwell, ashamed of being cowed supporting trans athletes. has now done a U-turn. And okay, this is going to be happening more often in the very near future. Everyone can now see that the political pendulum is swinging, and so everyone who was supporting progressivism primarily as a way of going, hey, this is pretty popular right now, is going to be very loudly and publicly disavowing their previous beliefs, whilst claiming that somebody else, never to be named, forced them into it.
I mean, I mean, on the plus side, it's good that the dialectic is heading in our direction. Like,
it is, but our ship is about to be swarmed by rats.
Sure, but we just have to accept that they got. We've got to. This is the thing. We've got to accept that we've got to. If we're the proper power in this, that's correct about everything, and they're wrong about everything, we're going to get all of the fucking people we're not really big fans of coming over to our side, being like, "Hey, you guys are right about everything." It's like, yeah, I know.
Yes, you were correct. Yeah. I am very sorry for fighting you tooth, nail, and claw the last 10 years. Now, can I have a seat at the table?
I guess you kind of got to.
There needs to be some sort of a complex conversation about forgiveness on this, because we do need to offer it, but at the same time, I don't want to.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to, but I know that we have to. Okay, fine.
I have no desire to whatsoever, but...
All
right, what is this too? Gavin Newsom. All right, in March? Was Gavin Newsom coming out as anti-trans now too?
Oh, really? Well, that's the thing. Everyone is, because it's such an obviously nonsense concept.
Like this... V actually nailed this one years ago when he basically said that this was a test. Like, if you are... Because it's easy to say the right thing. It's easy to say the truth. But if somebody is willing... to say the lie, to look at the 200-pound man stood next to the 60-pound woman and go like, yeah, this is a fair fight.
Yeah. I mean, what are you going to do, like...
Yeah, it's a fantastic way to test the faith, basically, because if you're willing to swallow that pill, there's nothing you won't take.
Yeah.
Oh, well. I mean, I can forgive Malcolm Gladwell because I have no fucking clue who he is, so there you go.
Yeah, I mean, well, okay, Malcolm, well done, you are forgiven.
In the name of the Father and the Son, you're welcome here now. But we'll be watching you. Before we even started, Marksman, for $20, went to a comedy club and one of the comedians was a Haitian. Even dropped the first free black country line. Things I want to say about this so-called country if still can be counted as one. Zanu was right about them. What? Haiti, first free black country.
Yeah, they revolted against the French, didn't they?
Yeah, I think he's actually right on that. I mean, it didn't work out particularly well for them at the end of the day, but
No, it went terrible. But like that's consequences are consequences, aren't they?
Yep, they did overthrow the French, true. And good on you, but again, the state of the country is a pinch unfortunate at the moment.
Well, it has been for a long time. What are you going to do?
Ask the French to return, I guess. Then again, I mean, think about it here. If frequent street violence is the Haitian problem, perhaps this isn't so much the lack of French, but the heritage of the French.
I mean, there's definitely something to it, because a part of the impetus behind the uprising were the quote-unquote rights of men.
Yeah, maybe Haiti's problem isn't that there aren't enough French people, but that it was French for too long.
I think the problem was just importing African slaves and then expecting that everything would go great.
Dizwiz, testing. Can you see this, Arch? I can see this. And sorry, The Last King of Scotland already taken. That was a good movie.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, you should. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Um.
Well, if there's one thing I'm against, it's Scottish sovereignty. So.
Well, don't worry. It's about a South African dictator or something. So.
Okay. I'm joking as well, actually. I was in favor of Scotland leaving.
There we go. Ugandan dictator. Idi Amin. That was the guy. And, Forrest Whitaker. That was his name. I was trying to remember. Forrest Whitaker. This is probably his best role ever. Like, it's very rare that I feel actually scared of a character on a TV screen, but he fucking pulls it off in this one. He's fucking terrifying. Oh, yeah. It is a fantastic performance.
Okay, I will watch it at some point.
It's also made me think of that character every time I see him. So no matter what an innocent role he plays, I'm just thinking he's going to start executing someone. But
right, okay.
Silencio Steve's member for 25 months and says blip. Blip to you too. Might ashamed Sargon. In the book of Revelation, Babylon could be seen as synonymous with diversity. It will end when an angel tosses a rock into the sea. Well, there is a meteor heading for Earth right now.
I mean, I don't really have a ready answer for this, I'm afraid.
So, Jar, don't forget the video I sent you at the end of last stream. You sent me a video? Relying on my memory. It's a dangerous fucking task, sir. It's a Luxon Doppelganger, no forgiveness for 10 years. Only payback.
Well, it's just the thing is the best thing to do with your enemies is make new friends, right? So they have to come into the fold and just shut up.
Yep, and hold your nose and just live with it. And quiet as in Streamlabs. Normalize fighting to the death rather than allowing yourself to be arrested for speech. Normalize preventing other native Brits from the same with force. Normalize treating police families worse than untouchables in India. Well, if the trans-Atlas people can come over to our side, I am hopeful that the occupational authorities enforcement arm will do so as well. And, of course, our daily oppression.
Oh, yeah.
I do love how that has become a staple in the future.
Oh, yeah. So, there's... do you want to just play this so we can hear it?
Yeah. Let's see. As I look upon Streamlabs with bated breath to see if it can pick up audio. Once it loads, that is.
This yellow mare's fluttery, buttery.
There we go. Can't actually hear what they're saying. But there's definitely an altercation here between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 police officers.
Yeah, I was hoping to be able to hear what they're actually saying.
And 2 teenagers who are having, what was it? I think he was carrying a flag. I think it might be on the pole that the kid on the back is carrying. Yes, there we can see it there. So they were cycling through London with this flag on the back of the bike, and half a dozen police officers decided this was the most important thing they had to do today. And detained him for that. Now, they claim arrest here, but I don't see them actually arresting him, so I'm not sure about that. But he is taken over to the side there.
Yeah, it's just this sort of trivial tyranny that we live under these days.
A trivial tyranny, indeed. Because this was announced a while ago that the police in England would start pulling over people who they thought had English flags, because if they did, they might be out to raise them, which is bad now.
Yep. Well, it's bad for them.
Bad for them.
Ready to
England.
let this yellow mare's fluttery buttery butt.
We're just occupied by an imperial government.
On the bright side, you haven't hit German levels just yet, as
Nope.
very strangely.
So I've got a mutual on Twitter called Eugipius, and he's a German chap, and he's like, look, the Anglosphere is taking this way out of context, because what's happening are thousands of local elections, and so there are tens of thousands of candidates. Like candidates from other parties have died as well, but the thing is, the AFD has the sort of reform effect, where a high number of aged boomers are a part of it. And so, there's a kind of lot of boomers who are standing who just die of natural causes, and that's what it seems to be. And it just because it looks sus.
Yeah.
If you don't know anything about what's happening, then
I was expecting it to be natural stuff. I don't think the government in Germany is killing off the political opposition just yet. But
I mean, I believe they will get there.
But I do
But I'm
think
not sure
it was
they're there
pretty
yet.
funny.
Yeah, it does look very sus from the outside.
Yes, it does look very sus. It's the headline. 6 AFD politicians just randomly croaked before an election.
Yeah, but like this guy points out, there are thousands of elections happening.
Yes. Right, local councils, government, all the kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we're not necessarily that far away from it. Of course, in France, the sentence for Marie Le Pen was handed down a few months ago. I don't think that was ever overturned either, as far as I can tell.
Nope, she's still banned.
Yep, so that's one nice and quick way to get rid of the opposition, just prevent them from running.
Yep. I'm sure that solves all of the problems.
An easy solution there.
Yeah, thank goodness someone had the bravery to do it.
Fortunately, there's no incredibly incendiary events happening in the nearby region right now. Thank God.
Yeah, Sam Hyde is for some reason using an illegal migrant, using the eternal flame to fry eggs.
Retreat. Can I sit on your feet?
Oh, this thing.
Mental, isn't it?
This is going to be one of those, I feel like, iconic pictures that will be passed down in the history books as an example of how bad it is. Because you don't need to communicate anything to explain that this is bad.
Yeah. I mean, there was a family in Russia who did something similar. I think their son did something similar to this. He I don't know, did something, put out the eternal flame or something, and the entire family got deported.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, there we go. That's what you fucking get.
Because this is one of those things where European, American, it doesn't matter. You know what this is about. You understand the significance of an eternal flame. This is history back to the Greeks,
Yep.
Everybody understands this, except for the people who are importing in their millions into our countries.
Yeah, who seem to have seem to be desperate to not care.
Yes.
It's like, just deliberately ignorant of this. It's like, okay, well, that's not acceptable, bro.
Yeah. Because you don't have to explain this. You don't have to lay out why this is bad. It is instinctually, it's desecrative. It's desecration. The word fits.
Yeah, no, it literally is desecration. And, you're going to make your own grave with this one, mate. Like, it's just so crazy. Oh, yeah, I've been invited. Oh, I've been allowed to come and live in this other country. What are you going to do? I'm going to be rude. I'm just going to be really fucking rude. It's like, are you sure that's wise?
Yeah, and it reminds me of, I'm sure you've seen the video of an immigrant who went into the 16th chapel and started knocking shit over.
I have seen it, yes. It was a while ago, though. I can't remember exactly what happened. But didn't he jump up on something?
Yeah, he jumped up on the altar and started knocking over like candlesticks and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
everyone
that's-
knows this is bad. Nobody else does this. Like it wouldn't even occur to you. And it's not like this is difficult to understand either. The Tomb of the Unknown Soldier in Brussels, mind you, not in America. Fucking huge. It's enormous. Yep. It is very obviously a symbol of reverence. Nobody sees this and thinks like, oh, it's just a frying pan there, you know?
Well, I mean, I guess some people do.
And so you have to approach this with almost a specific intent to desecrate, to even think about doing it.
Yeah, you've really got to hate the people that you're dealing with.
Yeah, you really do. And again, the picture communicates that on so many fucking levels.
Yeah.
Especially as I guarantee this is Brussels. It's a European country. You're cold and hungry. I guarantee you there's probably a charitable office fucking 5 feet away handing out food and blankets.
100%. No doubt about
it. It's just... They couldn't do more damage to themselves if they'd tried. Right. Idiocy aside. Oh, actually, no, this one.
Oh, God.
This one is so fucking perfect.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, with the Camp of the Saints quote.
Yes. Your universe has no meaning to them. They will not try to understand. They will be tired. They'll be cold. They will make a fire with your beautiful oak door. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Totally true.
All of your technology, your palaces, your culture, these works of arts, and the entire idea, because there was, I'm sure you've seen the article, The Age of Deportation.
I've literally just put up a video about it on my Account Daily channel.
Yes, exactly, right?
Yeah.
In which the argument is, oh, well, you don't know what British is. There's no such thing as British. It's English, it's Scottish, blah, blah, blah. And it basically comes down to a tried and tested left-wing tactic to try and bamboozle, in essence. Because the average person on the street might not be able to verbalize exactly what it is to be a native. Because they've been a native their entire fucking life.
Why should they have to articulate it?
Yeah.
Well, there should be no need for them to articulate anything.
Exactly. It's what you are. It's natural. We all know it. We all understand it. Even if we cannot, because we haven't thought about it, because we shouldn't need to think about it.
Exactly.
And the argument then basically boils down to what we've seen for years. The idea that the West has no culture. What is it to be Swedish? Like, our Viking fucking ancestors. All of this shit. Whereas in reality, there isn't a single other place on Earth that has more culture than the West.
No.
Nowhere else.
I mean, you know, I'm not even going to be that chauvinistic about it. You know, there are plenty of places in the world that have fine cultures. We are just one of them, and we are completely able to be particular about our own culture, right? Like, there's no reason why we shouldn't be like, yeah, we're very proud of what we have because it's good. It's very impressive. It's in fact incredible, frankly, in a lot of ways. And we've done well, and we deserve to be proud of it. Like, sorry if that upsets some lib somewhere who gets insecure or offended on behalf of like some tribesman in Africa or something. I don't care, you know. And I'm not trying to talk down other great cultures, but we are just ours, and we're happy with it.
I have grown fully convinced now of just the superiority of European culture. I'm sick of pretending otherwise. Our music is unmatched anywhere else in the world. Our art, our architecture. Not even in the ancient civilization of China do you find anything comparable to the 16th chapel. It doesn't exist. There's nothing comparable to opera. There's nothing comparable to Leonardo da Vinci, to Michelangelo. They don't fucking exist.
Sure, but there is always the argument that this is because you have the parochial standards of a European, right? And
No.
by
Objectively.
hang on, no. Again, the things that you are singling out to be objective goods are objective. You can identify them, but the fact that you consider these things goods and not other things is your brokenness. And you know what, right? I'm actually even kind of sympathetic to that argument, because like at the end of the day, even if our culture wasn't technically on the level of some other thing, I would prefer it because it's ours. Like I don't. As soon as you can give something a metric, you can give someone an excuse to do it down. And I'm just like, no. I'm not having a discussion about whether you think our culture is good or bad. It's ours, and we're not giving it up, right? So it's we're not going to concede or sacrifice or anything like that. And then any debate about the merits of a thing implies that it could be that it's not good. And I'm not agreeing with that. It's what I like, whether you like it or not.
Again, I'm going even further. I'm saying objectively superior. Objectively. There are no works of construction that rivals those in Europe in the rest of the world. Doesn't exist. There's no piece of art more complex. There's nobody who made statues like we did. There's nobody who made paintings like we did. Even music, the level of expertise required to participate in like the highest level opera or ballet, there's nothing like it.
Sure, and I'm not saying that, but there are arguments that these things are not necessarily in themselves good things. Right? And I'm not saying I'm sympathetic to them either, but what I'm saying is we shouldn't even be having those arguments, right? Because a foreign standard isn't a standard I respect. Right?
I feel like that's an even more strident argument than anything.
Well, yeah, it is, but it like I'm not. But you know what I mean. Like I don't care about what their standards are. So like but that means I don't need to impose technical standards that are measurable on whether I think that what we have is beautiful or not.
I agree. We could simply just reject the foreigner.
Yeah. Well, I don't think you understand just the regard which the average Englishman holds England in. The idea of good things coming from overseas, that's kind of wild. But okay, I'll hear you out.
I'm warming to this point of view. I very much so am.
Kind of an amateur xenophobe, but you're encountering a professional here.
But no, like again, yeah, it is. It is about the culture. It is about knowing what you are, and the trickery doesn't work anymore. Because there was a period there where the average person was like, "What is it to be British?" And he'd go like, "Oh, I've tried to explain." And then the academic comes in like, "See, you don't understand." And there was a reverence of academia. When somebody who had an education said something, the average person is like, "Oh, well, okay. I mean, you did go to school for 10 years."
Before COVID and before the academics basically backstabbed everyone. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But that just doesn't work anymore. The average response now is simply, "I don't care. Shut up."
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck off, nerd.
Exactly. I think you. Yeah, no, I saw this because you commented on it. The Gammonzilla. I'm trying to find it now.
Oh yeah, this was the political cartoon in the Times.
Yes.
That was my thumbnail that I made. Before the actual original image was people protesting that they weren't far right. They just didn't want rapists housed near their children. And the Times is the paper of record in Britain, and they're like, "Oh right, so you guys are actually hiding like this giant racist ogre under the earth." And it's like, well, I mean, maybe let's just assume that's correct. He's there now. What are you gonna do about it? Like, do you want Gammonzilla to wake up and come and devour you? No, not really. So shut the fuck up. And just allow us to end fucking immigration. We've had enough. It's just the way it's gonna be. Live with it.
I'm trying to find the original image, but I can't right now, so we'll just use the thumbnail. But no, yeah. Because this, too, is so deep on so many fucking levels. The idea that, the good people don't want this, and then there's the underlying threat of the gammon,
Yes.
the English person.
Yes, the English working class are rising.
And it demonstrates, first of all, it demonstrates disgust at the English
Yes.
working class, which is a thoroughly British upper class sentiment that you can trace back for hundreds of fucking years.
You know what? Actually, the upper class are not too bad with the working class. It's the middle class that hate the working class. The upper class generally will be quite congenial with them. They'll be quite polite, and they know they're better than them, because they've got a much better education, they earn loads more money, blah blah blah. But they're well bred, and so they'll be polite, and so they'll behind closed doors they'll be like, oh god, those dreadful plebs or whatever. But they wouldn't say it in public because it would be a massively impolite thing to say. But the middle class haven't had that kind of breeding, and so they're just like, oh yeah, the evil racist gammons, we hate them. And it's like, okay, but at the end of the day, they outnumber you, don't they? By a lot.
Mm-hmm. I would heartily recommend anyone who wants to have a view of this to read about Wellington and his soldiers.
Yeah. But he was their man, like.
Oh yeah.
Like, if you were going to be a soldier under anyone, being a soldier under Wellington is a hell of a lot better than a lot of other ones. Napoleon was spending 20,000 lives a month. Wellington wept when he lost 1,000 men in a siege.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so, like he can be as disdainful as he likes, but he's your man.
Although I will also push back on this, Anglo, Napoleon was not that bad.
Okay. How many people did he bring back from Russia?
Not a lot, but he was very upset about it.
Oh, wow. If he was very upset about it.
In fact, even the invasion of Russia was after he had broken a treaty with the Russians. He tried to get peace on multiple occasions.
Oh, I bet he did. Yeah, I'm not. I personally would much rather be a soldier under Wellington than Napoleon.
He even tried to marry into the Austrians to get peace, but that didn't work either. But again, like, it's the fear of the lower classes, and the cartoon excellently communicates this, the dread they have of this I don't even know how to put it.
Working class person who's going to be violent. That's the thing they're fearing. Violence. It's like, that is possible.
More importantly, violence to which they have no answer.
Yeah.
Because this isn't the kind of, like, street guy who raises a flag. It isn't the guy who comes to debate or march in march in front of Parliament. It's a guy who's bigger than you. Right? That's the primal fear here. A bigger guy is going to walk up to you and say, enough.
Yep. But not only that, like, these guys will be impervious to reason, right?
Yes.
That the establishment's big fear is that basically a horde of really racist gammons will just start killing minorities. That's what they're really worried about. And they view this as like a series of steps. And so they're like, okay, well, the political consciousness of the gammon is coming to the fore at the moment with all the England flags. And so they're aware that, okay, the tectonic plates are moving and they're not moving in our favor. I mean, that's why Keir Starmer has the flags behind him there.
Yes.
Right? He understands that to be on the wrong side of this debate will go very fucking badly for the Labour Party. I mean, the Labour Party have done anyway, but like, it'll go really badly and they won't have a handle on it at all.
There was a whole thing where I can't find the article right now, but in some left-wing paper, there was an article that basically explained how Keir Starmer came to love the flag. And he demonstrates how suddenly the change is, and how now everyone is like, oh, no, we like the flag too. Oh, no, we're true patriots. You're the wrong ones. And It doesn't. No. Listen here.
No one believes them. No
For
one
the
believes
last, like, 20 years, right? Fucking close to, anyways. So many on our side have attempted to argue for the leftist. No, we're not racist. We don't hate the black people. We've attempted to outflank the left from the left. It never worked. It could never work. And so you attempting to outflank the right from the right is going to be equally fucking ineffective.
Yeah, who in their right minds believes that Keir Starmer is a flag-waving patriot?
Yes.
He's on record saying, "Oh, I prefer Davos to Westminster." Like, he's literally on record saying that he prefers the European Union and Davos to Britain. Like, the thing is, this is still a part of the energy that Brexit unleashed. So, like, you know, the gammon, or, you know, like 75% of them voted for Brexit. You know, like Keir Starmer, lifelong hardcore Remainer, you know, international human rights lawyer, utter Europhile. You know, it's like, no one believes you're on our side, Keir. No one, anywhere. So fucking stop lying, Christ's sake.
Yeah, because it isn't going to work. Again, that's the beauty of the gammon. As you say, impervious to reason. Yes, it's a bigger man capable of more violence than you, and you can go, oh, but argument.
Yeah, he doesn't
To
care.
which the Spartan says, woe to the vanquished.
I believe that was the Gaul who said that.
Oh, that's
yes.
details. But it's the same thing. I don't care about your arguments. Fuck you.
You are absolutely right. It is literally, I don't care. You know, these arguments will have no effect on me whatsoever.
But can you define Britain?
yeah, exactly. Do you think this guy knows or cares whether you can define Britain? Of course not. He doesn't give a shit. Shut the fuck up. Get out of his country. That's what it's going to be.
It's a beautiful little political cartoon.
Yeah, I know. I absolutely love it. And the thing is, in Britain, the elite class is very, very swiftly understood. Again, like, there are people who are like, oh, the flag protest didn't do anything. It's like, I don't know, man. Like, Keir Starmer would never have appeared in front of England bunting outside of the football in any other context, right? Like, you got the New Statesman age of deportation. Like, they know that things are changing in this country, and they're sensitive to it, and they're responding to it. Like, the flag protest, that's what this did. You know, it is making them aware that shit, things are actually out of our control, and that's perfect. That's what we want, for them to be like, oh yeah, we're not in control here. It's like, no, you're not in control here.
Oh yeah, it's self-evident that this is changing. It is very, very obvious. They know it. They're communicating to us that they know it.
Yeah.
And some of their number are already jumping ship and like, oh, no, I was completely wrong. I'm on your side now.
Yeah.
And the rest will continue for a while longer to make the same sophistry argument that they have previously.
They'll always be the diehards.
The new right is destroying our homeland, says Tanjil Rashid.
Yeah. Yes. Tanjil Rashid is a Pakistani man. Like, yeah. This is the UK, the New Britain that was built after World War II against our will. Yeah, that's being destroyed.
Yes.
You're not going to live here if you don't like that. That's how this is going to go. Get used to it.
It's a beautiful, beautiful thing to behold.
Oh, it's so good, isn't it?
And I adore how it's always the left wing that makes the best right wing propaganda.
I know! Oh, I'm so glad you fucking said that, because it's so true. Like, you see the Handmaid's Tale stuff in America at the moment, and it's like, yeah, based. Like, it's so good. There
was one I saw today on Twitter, which a woman was like, some DC residents are protesting by wearing the Handmaid's Tale, and somebody zoomed in on the picture of the woman, and that's you in a costume. To the Twitter person, like, you staged this. You yourself dressed up in a Handmaid's Tale costume because it's the only fucking thing you know now that you don't have Harry Potter anymore. And you took a picture of yourself as a couple of National Guard people were like, listen, we're not here to inconvenience you. Just on with your day.
Yeah. And have you ever read or watched The Handmaid's Tale?
I have.
It doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
Why would infertile women hold positions of status in society when fertile women still exist? Like, it doesn't make any sense. The fertile women would be the ones in positions of authority, and the infertile women would basically just be handmaids, as it were.
Yes.
Like, but just actual handmaids. They would actually just be like literally just cleaning and stuff like that.
A woman's status in a society that genuinely struggles to give birth to children is going to be the woman who gives birth to the most children.
Exactly. It's so obvious that this would be the case, and so it's so bizarre that they hold this up as like a master of feminist like literature. It's like, this is stupid. This is a stupid premise.
Well, it's because it's not about the premise, right? It's not about the premise at all. It's about the visual of it.
Yeah, true.
Because the visuals are very effective. The bright red cape, the white little like bonus thing, the visuals of oppression that they keep using, and that's the other thing too. Like, America is suddenly executing people for fucking no reason. She's walking by the riverside during one episode, and they're just hanging people. It's like, why are you doing that?
I'm sure they're not criminals or anything.
Not to mention as well, the entire aesthetic of it is, this is one of those female fetish things where it is, the brutally mid woman is somehow irresistibly attractive to every handsome male around.
Yeah, every man on earth suddenly desires the incredibly mid woman.
Yes,
like
intensely,
huge.
instinctually so.
Yeah, because there's something intrinsic about her. She doesn't have to do anything. It's completely intrinsic and primal that he needs her. It's literally the sort of deepest kind of female fantasy.
Yes,
I'm not even saying this bad. Okay, fair enough. Go nuts. Like, but yeah. It's no. You're exactly right about that. Exactly right.
And furthermore, as well, it maintains what I find perhaps the most annoying is it maintains the modern day standard of attractiveness in this society. Listen, if your society is worshipping fertility and bearing as many children as effectively as possible, there'd be a lot more fat bitches around.
You could argue that, yeah.
Basically, the standard of attractiveness would be what a black person finds attractive in a white woman.
Entirely possible, yeah.
That's what you'd be seeing. And again, I am all for the women having their own fetish shows. I don't give a shit. Go on. It's just don't argue it's some sort of impactful political satire, I guess.
Yeah, or like some sort of deep artistic statement. It's like, come on, bro.
We know. You touch yourself to this. That's fine. Just keep it at that.
Yeah. I'm not even, like I said, I'm not even against it.
Let's see here. I'll catch up on the couple of super chats, then we can finally have fun with communism again. It's been too long.
Oh, good. Thrilled.
Let's see, where was I? There. Oh, got him. YouTube, stop crashing, you piece of...
Oh, yeah, good luck with
This
it.
will never be fixed. 358. After you scrub all the flaws in Hyrule, then we can talk about mercy. I mean, I'm not against some form of public penance.
Yeah, no, I'm listening.
Yeah, self-flagellation in the public square, going, "I believed women were men," and vice versa. Whip.
Yeah, how did you come to that fucking conclusion, you idiot? Honestly. But again, like he said, it was just public pressure. I was a coward, and this was just something everyone believed around me, and I wasn't prepared to be like, well, that sounds like horseshit, doesn't it, lads?
Yeah.
Like,
I was a coward. Right. Whip.
Yeah.
I'm all for
and
that.
I believe you. I believe you were a coward too.
Marksman 117B, last, and this for Friendship Fund. Also, Sargon, have you seen Frank Zanu's video about scolding a Haitian woman about the failure of Haiti, I guess.
Haiti. No, I haven't seen that.
Are you ready to rut this yellow
Haiti, Haiti. I recently. What has begun to fascinate me recently is how many American places are named after ancient, like, European things.
Oh yeah, loads.
I saw a video recently about a place in America called Syracuse.
Yeah.
That's,
Well, yeah,
that's
like
lovely.
there's loads, all in the sort of like 18th century when they're founding towns and stuff. Like they would name them after European cities.
I would love to live in a place called fucking Syracuse.
I mean, you could live in the actual Syracuse if you wanted.
I mean, yes, but I imagine the standard of living there might be somewhat subpar to the American version.
Well, I mean, it's an Italian, Sicilian city. It can't be that bad.
I've been to Italy. It is that bad.
I've been to Italy. It's not that bad.
Rome is fucking awful. Well, then again, you're British. I've
I'm
seen
sure
your
Rome
cities
is
too.
awful, yeah. I'm sure Rome's awful, but like, I mean, Rome wasn't that bad when I went there.
Are you ready to
God,
wreck this
I remember
world,
in
Mayor?
Rome, there were layers of rotted leaves, like years worth of rotted leaves, just under cars that had presumably been stood parked there for God only knows how many fucking months. Charles the Beagle for 20. Carl, you'll be happy to hear that Operation Raise the Colours has reached Dublin City, flying our flag of anything they can. Most of the areas most affected, the council is looking to remove them.
I'm very pleased to hear it. Keep going, lads. They hate it. They genuinely loathe and despise it. So you've got an obligation to keep doing it.
Rule with the understanding that power is fickle. They made that mistake. Let's learn from their mistake. God, I wish we would, but we're not going to.
No, but the thing is, a lot of these things are like on natural cycles, you know. So, you know, as the pendulum swings back, just enjoy it. Just enjoy it.
MJ Bull 515. The UK arresting an Irishman for posts made in the US shows the UK government needs a smackdown.
Yeah, it's Graham Linehan. He was in like Alabama or something. He's an Irishman. He's not a British citizen. Went over to America, said some things on Twitter, and then the British police were like, "Oh, we're arresting you now." It's like, "Oh, okay."
There is going to be a very interesting battle over online rights in the near future.
Oh yeah.
Because now, everyone is trying to police the internet. The EU has registration, the UK has regulations, Australia has regulations, America has regulations.
Yeah.
And now everybody's going to have to fight over who gets to enforce theirs and upon whom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening.
Lumi loves feet. Arch, given your country's growth fund and the current immigration occurring, would it be fair to say it's no longer meant for the Danes? Lumi choice. Yes, the Danes were always illegal occupiers. Parasites, indeed.
On what?
Norway.
Oh, were they? Okay.
Yeah. As a Luxon doppelganger, once you ban opposition, revolt is inevitable. It's when you keep doing it for long enough.
Yep.
Nuskov Nikolov, I hope this wasn't in Bulgaria. Up there. What in Bulgaria? I don't know. Revenants, frying eggs on the eternal flame should have Europeans reacting like Mohammedans do when the prophet is seen in caricature. Yes, but less violent.
I don't think we should be encouraging anything.
Well, that's the thing. When they do it, the reaction is Middle Eastern.
Trick or treat.
To us, it's simply a desecration and should be treated as such. Massive Dodge 1. Did you guys see Count Dankula's Juggernaut Theory video, aka Indian Trains? I have not, no, sadly.
No, what was the theory behind it?
I'm not sure.
No, I'm not aware.
But it is a fascinating phenomenon that the Indians seem to have no respect for enormous 100,000-ton things traveling at 60 kilometers per hour.
It is fucking baffling. I don't know why the Indians are just like cavalier. It's like, this thing weighs hundreds of tons, man. What are you doing?
Mm-hmm. You shouldn't be in front of it.
Yeah, duh.
I have lost.
Sajad, every non-first world culture is objectively inferior. It's why the second world countries try to trap people like a country-sized prison, and the third world speak for itself. The video I sent is only 2 months old? Minutes? Oh.
Sorry, say that again. I just saw on Twitter that Nadine Dorris of the Conservative Party has defected to Reform. So I think there's going to be a series of quite high-profile defections now, because this was always on the cards. There'll be high-profile defections to Farage, and I think Nadine, she's just like, the Tory party's dead, and she's left, and so I get the feeling we're going to get a series of them now.
Oh yeah. Again, the Tories have proven themselves incapable of implementing the policies that the populace wants.
Yeah, I mean, they're just traitors, just fucking traitors at this point. So
A collection of quislings.
Yeah.
Emmanuel Castellanos, I understand embracing pacifism as the best option, but these traitorous governments have turned violence from an option into a necessity.
no, it's that we're on YouTube.
Yes.
So we're fully committed to the democratic process.
Completely and utterly so.
Yeah.
Charlie the Beagle, in Ireland, 2 women in a taxi were accosted by a foreign driver for daring to speak their native language, Irish, to each other. The driver said they should speak English so that he knows what they're talking about. You know what? Fair. I've heard Irish. I don't think it should be accepted either.
Yeah. Who can
You must-
understand it?
Long before I was racist towards the Browns, I was racist towards the Irish. Phantom Lord. President Kennedy's grave has an eternal flame on it, so that would make people mad. We had illegals waiting in the US World War II memorial in DC. At least Americans are smart enough to put a guard in front of their monuments. Mason Miller, shouldn't know why communists are stupid video be short. I'm a communist. Cut to video closing. Wow, okay. Let's finally get to this then. The quick hits took an hour. As per fucking usual. All right. Make sure I put that up on screen and that I share it to Sargon as well. What is it? There you go. So I came across this recently, this format.
Yeah.
I really like this format.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I kind of do.
Most people hate this format.
Really, because I like the idea of putting one person who is more experienced on the topic in front of 20 other people. Because it's a good way to interrogate the idea, because you'll basically get bombarded by dozens of viewpoints. I feel like it'll be a good way to like find a flaw in the viewpoint being interrogated.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's definitely one advantage of it.
But I haven't seen a lot of it, so I might hate it the moment we actually start going with this.
Patrick Bet-David is pretty competent.
You ignorant slut.
So, first they need to run to the chair to argue with him, I think.
Yeah.
Right. I'll put that around about the start there.
My first claim is incentive is the engine of capitalism. Remove it and the system fails.
What the
Well, you've got a collection of leftists here. So.
I know, but I didn't manage to catch it. The red-headed guy that looked like you know those troll dolls from back in the day with the crazy hair?
Yes.
He looked exactly like that.
Yeah.
Fuck, now I can't see him.
Great to meet you, Patrick.
What's your name?
Whoever touched the fair... Like, this is very unfair, though. The people, to the other side obviously have a disadvantage here. I don't like that.
Yeah, they've got to run further. Yeah, it should be done by some sort of allotment.
Yeah, or electric buzzer or something, equal chance.
Yeah.
But I guess it's more visually appealing to have them all in a circle, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
My name's Mason.
Mason, good to meet you.
Yeah. I'm value-tained. I'm a big fan of the channel.
Are you
So,
really?
yeah, I do
Oh, that's
watch
good
it
to
quite
hear.
regularly.
Very cool.
I do not agree with your claim. I don't think that incentives are only born out of capitalism.
Okay.
Most capitalist
He
defenders
didn't say
that
only. He didn't say
incent-
only.
That's true.
Trick or
is because of scarcity, and people's ability to get what is necessary pushes them to work harder. I disagree with that. I'd say that some of our hardest workers are
Okay.
I don't know about that.
single moms working 3 to 4 jobs.
Oh, no, sophistry. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, listen, this is one of those. Actually, I want to. Do I want to hear what he says first? But no, I dislike the idea of simply working hard, because this is actually one point of the mythology that is somewhat misleading. The idea that working hard will automatically bear fruit. No, you've got to work smart too.
Arch, I have spent all day making mud pies in my garden. And I spent all yesterday making mud pies in my garden. I've done this for 5 years now. I have 25,000 mud pies, and I have yet to sell a single one. What are you talking about? Capitalism has failed.
Absolutely. Because again, the unfortunate truth is that sometimes working hard is not enough. Sometimes even being popular is not enough. Sometimes being good is not enough. And there are countless examples of this. There's so many versions of this that you can bring up virtually endlessly to prove this very point. And I mean, from everything from fucking movies, Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
The man is fucking perfect for Superman. He has done so many excellent roles. He has genuinely added to many pieces of entertainment. Hollywood fucking hates his ass.
Yeah. And it's because he likes Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, that in part 2. Or
No, genuinely. Like he's got the kind of personality. I mean, did you not see the other day? Like, it was like, yeah, my comfort film is like Lord of the Rings extended edition or whatever.
Oh, yeah, there's this one.
It's like, yeah, there we go, yeah. And it's like, yeah, okay, well, that means that they will hate you forever, and they will see that as a character flaw, and they will always view you as suspect.
Yes, you care about a thing. You're not supposed to do
Yeah.
that.
You like something that's right wing, basically. It's like, oh, okay. It's like, yeah, that's how it works, bro.
And this came up, I think yesterday. A brilliant example. So this guy, who is supposedly a big Twitch streamer, I don't know shit about Twitch, but Ludwig, I think.
Yeah.
Because he was asked, do you think you could make it on Twitch if you started again today, basically? And he was, of course I can, because, he's made a big channel. He's been successful.
Why would he think he couldn't?
Yeah, obviously I can do it again. So he starts streaming. 5 hours. He managed to get 1 viewer at the end.
That's brutal. Like,
Yeah.
seriously, I don't know if I could make it again on YouTube.
Oh, I fucking know I couldn't.
Yeah, if I had start again from nothing, like, and I just had, no social media presence at all to sort of promote myself or anything like that. And it was just like, just make a video and hope people watch it online. I don't know that I could.
Like, I'm fully aware of the fact that I started making videos as a passion project in Warhammer, and I basically created the wave of Warhammer content that followed, because then lots of people were like, oh, I have a degree in video creation. I can do this. I remember one guy criticized me. He's like, Arch, isn't that guy who used like Times New Roman on a thumbnail? I was like, yeah, because I have no fucking idea what I'm doing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I've no skills in this whatsoever.
Yeah, I have
Did you
no
go to
idea.
school to it? Like, I didn't do anything.
So I created
Well,
it entirely.
I joined YouTube back when it was YouTube. It was
Yes.
literally broadcast yourself. Thank fuck.
Yeah, I had no idea. I was just like, oh, Warhammer's
Yeah.
really fun. Let me tell you about it.
Yeah, literally.
That was my entire pitch. Like today, I wouldn't stand a fucking chance. Have you seen some of the shit people like history videos? They're making history videos on YouTube vastly superior than anything Discovery Channel ever created.
Yeah. The level of editing in them, and I'm just like, I just couldn't do this if I wanted to.
Not a chance. It reminds me of the evolution of webcomics.
Oh yeah.
Where webcomics started, like they were a massive phenomenon in like the early 2000s, 2005s, 10s, etc. And like the biggest celebrities were people who were doing webcomics. They were like huge fucking celebrities.
Right. Okay.
And their art were usually incredibly basic homemade stuff, like fucking stick figures, practically.
Yeah, I remember reading one called The Order of the Stick.
Hmm.
It's about a D&D one. I used to really enjoy it as well, actually.
I think I've heard of it, but I can't.
Well, Google it. Google Order of the Stick.
Let me
It's
see.
just like a D&D parody. But it ended up, the guy ended up like, with like, because it went on for years. And so the guy ended up like writing story arcs for his characters and stuff. And it actually became quite fun. I enjoyed it.
Oh, there you go. And that is actually an excellent
Yeah.
example
Yeah,
of the
so there was
art.
Yeah, exactly. And there was really good characterization in it. And so it was actually pretty good.
And that was the thing. Like, people fell in love with things like the stories, the characters, the writing, the humor, and so on, right? And it was all rather amateurs, because there were people who wanted to usually just tell a story, and they started uploading it, and it started getting a following, and it became very popular.
Yep.
Whereas now, I found a perfect example of this when I was talking about this fucking months ago, and I'm trying to find it again. If only I could see the future to know what kind of reference material I need to pull up for these fucking
I know,
things.
right?
Ah, okay, this it's not the one I was thinking about, but it'll do the job more or less. I'd imagine fumbled that one too. God. Don't worry, chat. See, this is why I know I couldn't make it on YouTube today. Now everybody has like editors and people helping them and people on the back end to bring them things. I'm just fumbling in the fucking dark here. There we go. Now,
Oh, wow. Yeah.
this is the art standard. I mean, this would even be an average art standard webcomic today.
Yeah. Professional comics.
Yeah, like literally professional and beyond. Where people started making stuff just because they want to make stuff, had no idea how to draw. And then people with like 6 years of education came in and were like, I can do this too.
But I tell you what, it really lacks the charm of like the Order of the Stick.
Yeah, there was something charming about the amateurish style.
Honestly, there really was. And the thing is as well, because it was amateur, it meant it had to lean more heavily on characterization. Like that, like the actual characters were more important than the art by a long way.
Yep. But that just shows more people, more popular, higher standards, more difficult. So yeah, no, even if you work hard, even if you're a big name, even if you have provably done it before, it's a big factor of being lucky, being smart, doing it at the right time.
Yeah.
And most importantly of all, perseverance. Like that is the biggest thing as well. You got to keep doing it.
100%.
And the resources that they're able to acquire compared to those that utilize their workers in order to build profit for their own companies is not equivocal.
And that's the beautiful point. Yeah, somebody who uses the single mums to build Porsches are going to earn more money than the single mums.
But who uses single mums to build fucking Porsches? The fuck is he talking about? The single mums are on benefits. They don't make anything.
How would you do it? How would you change it?
Yeah, so I think that humans inherently want to be meaningful. They want to contribute to their communities. They want to contribute to society. When you look at depression rates, oftentimes it's people who aren't able to do anything besides laying in their bed and basically barely taking care of themselves. So I think that it's just a human intrinsic value to want to bring value to their community or grander society.
Okay,
so I don't...
Get a job.
Yeah, partially agree. I do think people want a meaning, but I do not necessarily think that meaning needs necessarily be to add to the society.
No.
I don't think that it has to be through scarcity alone that scares people into working, if that makes sense.
I worked for scarcity. I think there's levels to it. You have the survival folks who work for survival to pay their bills. Some work for status, some work for freedom, and some work for legacy. The folks that work 3 or 5 jobs, to pay their bills and do what they're doing, if the incentive wasn't there, they wouldn't work 3 to 5 jobs.
Good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
If they didn't need to work 3 to 5 jobs, why the fuck would you?
Yeah.
The guys that build a bigger business that solve a lot of
The
problems.
incentive there is either I die or I work. That's not really a system that
but
rewards
you
merit.
could-
That's a system that pushes people into insecure positions.
Not necessarily.
Yeah,
In
but
many
that's fucking
cases,
life, mate.
Yeah. That is
If you
existence.
don't work, you will die. Like, it's like, where do you think food comes from, man?
Somebody else had to work for that food. Now
Yeah, I
you're going to
guess
have to
they
provide
did.
something in return.
we put ourselves in situations as well. But when we're
So
talking
are you
incentive,
saying that it's an individual failure for these single mothers that are working 3 to 4 jobs?
for some,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. With all of the social welfare systems, all of the safety nets in modern Western society, if you put yourself in a position where you have to work 3 jobs to support yourself and your family, you've either A, picked a series of very bad men, all of whom you've had children with.
Yeah.
Or you have done something truly retarded, like, oh, I don't know, bringing your 4 children with you to America illegally, for example.
But also, like, sorry, okay, let's start pointing fingers, shall we? How are you going to point the finger that it was someone else that got me pregnant? It wasn't me who chose to have sex with all of these guys and I got pregnant. No, this is somehow the government? Like, what are we saying? Like, you know, obviously she made that fucking choice. Obviously, how could it be anyone else?
Yeah, like, it's the shield of virtue. Like, you can't criticize the single mom, actually.
Yeah, watch me. Fucking watch me.
Step 1, she's a single mom.
Yeah, I can't help but criticize the single mum. Thank you very much.
It seems to be pretty automatic.
Yeah, like, but it's just so wild. It's like, okay, well, who would you blame? Well, it's the system. It's like, really, the system got her pregnant, did it?
Mm-hmm.
The system is why she's not married to her husband. Maybe if she was like a nicer person or whatever the reason, you know, like there are going to be like the fringe of tragic accidents where like the guys died and stuff. Yeah, okay, yeah, terrible, right? But again, there are plenty of benefits around. But for the most part, that's not how this came about. You know.
some of them it is.
Interesting.
For some of them it is.
I'm glad you bite that bullet, because most people are not going to say that it's a moral failure of people that are born into poverty that continue to live
Let me
on
explain to
cyclical
you. For somebody
poverty.
like me, I can't.
And there comes the shield. Like, I see you're criticizing them. Yep.
Yeah.
From
And
a
I will
single
continue to do so.
mother system. My mother was a single mother. You know, we had, you know, my parents got a divorce twice. They married each other. They divorced. They remarried each other. Divorced again. I came up.
That sounds retarded.
Yeah, but I mean, relationships can be complex, so who knows?
True.
We didn't have a lot of choices. I joined the army. I got in that system. Kind of wanted to see what I was going to do for myself. Do I stay in the army? Do I get out of the army? I started working in sales. And then the incentive of working harder, eventually I built a good life for myself.
Again, you're totally dismissing the hard work that a lot of these people are putting into for just basic survival. I'd say that
He's advocating for hard work. What are you talking about?
Yeah. And again, like the quantity of work you put in is potentially meaningless.
Yeah.
And that's the mud pies. Simply hard work in and of itself. And this is partially the fault of the American idea, I guess. Like, hard work will get you anywhere. That's not what you're working hard at.
In like a normal context, is in you get a job, you work hard at your job, and you progress through the ranks, and then you're the manager. Yeah, that's all true. Yeah. That hard work will get you where you want to be. Yeah, you know, but it's not the same when you're being an entrepreneur, for example.
Mechanics and plumbers and most people working blue collar jobs that are probably watching this video are working tirelessly day after day.
I don't
but yet
disagree.
they
I don't
still
disagree.
feel insecure positions to where they don't even know if they're going to be able to afford rent in the next 6 months.
So let me ask
if
you-
most Americans have a $400 to $500 emergency, they can't even afford that with the basic savings that they have. So this is not something that we should.
Oh, on this too. Okay. This is something that, as a fucking Norwegian, pisses me off. The way that Americans treat their savings.
Yes, mad.
It's fucking crazy.
Well, I mean, have you considered they could just go massively into debt, Arch?
I mean, that's
Credit
an option
cards
too.
are everywhere, bro.
The Americans have like no fucking impulse control. Like, they just kind of buy. Like, when they get the money, it seems like it burns a hole in their pocket, and they just need to spend. Like, no. Save it. That's useful money. You could use it in the future. There are things you can buy that you might have to buy for that money.
Yep. But I mean, on the other side, he's not wrong. There are lots of people who, because of the way that the system works, are in an insecure position. He's not wrong there. That's true. What might help is by making it so the labor market was a seller's market rather than a buyer's market. Like, for example, if you have a billion H-1B visa Indians, then the labor becomes cheap and affluent, available. Well, that's great for the person employing, but it's not great for the worker, is it?
No. There are steps that can be taken to make people more secure in housing, for example. Rent. Yeah. Okay. What would drive down rent? Maybe a million less illegals in America?
A million less legals. Like, just allow fewer people access to the country, and these things naturally get better.
They do.
Celebrate as promises of a system that gives you more if you work harder. We should say that this is something that rewards few, and I'm glad that you're an outlier that's been able to build a lot of success for yourself. I know that you're a multimillionaire. That's fantastic that you have those resources. But the thing is that
actually there are fucking loads of millionaires in America.
Yes.
Like, absolute loads. I don't know how much of an outlier anyone is when they become a millionaire in America.
Well, I mean, God. Did you see the announcement the other day that the no tax on tips in America would extend to streamers?
I know. How jealous am I?
Fucking God.
God, my government's like, yeah, we're going to increase your taxes. Fuck you.
I mean, I got back taxes recently for $25,000.
Oh, nice.
Which... this guy is like, oh, you might not have $400 to pay something. $25,000 back taxes just dumped on my...
you mean they... Oh, right. Sorry, I thought you meant a refund of some sort.
Oh, no, extra that I need to pay.
Right. Okay, well, good luck. Have fun.
Yeah, and I was in America, my tax credit would be $25,000. I wouldn't even need to pay taxes until I'd earned $25,000.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
I know, the Americans don't know how good they got it.
I have no idea.
Everybody in society. It's possible for each individual to do it, but not everybody can be a millionaire. That's guaranteed.
I don't think not
right,
everybody can.
Not everyone can do everything all the time. Yeah, got ya.
Yeah.
Agreed.
But surely that's not the goal either.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. If that's the goal you're aiming for, that's fucking ludicrous.
That's insane. Do we just give everybody a government subsidy of $1 million? No, of course not. It'd be ridiculous. You have to, again, that's the incentive. You can see people who have achieved what they want to achieve and are now rich. Okay. Follow in their footsteps.
Can be a billionaire or a millionaire, but I do think people can find ways to use their time to effectively increase their market value, and I don't think many people do that. When I
uncontroversial statement, completely uncontroversial statement. You can improve yourself and make yourself valuable in the market,
and the ability to earn money on other things. Like, this is, again, I lay the blame of this squarely at the feet of our fucking educational system.
Yeah,
there are so many things in the modern world that can earn you money for virtually no input. Nobody does it. Nobody engages with it.
Give me some examples, because I could do some extra money.
Investment.
Oh, right, okay. Well, I don't know anything about investment.
Oh, it's so easy. Like, literally, I just have a fund that is just, it's a big company that deals with all of the money. And they just invest the money you give them over a course of years. I did research on this. Basically, these funds haven't lost money for the last fucking 6 or 7 decades. It just doesn't happen.
Oh, okay.
Because our market are so incredibly stable. Even during like COVID, recessions, etc., these things go up by more than the interest in the bank. Because that's just how big our fucking markets are, and stock markets. And nobody does it. And you don't have to do anything. You don't have to... Because it would take a lot of effort to start studying stocks, studying companies, what to buy, etc. That's an education. People go to school for 5 years for that. And, well, you can just use those people to do this for you now.
That sounds quite clever.
It is like Chan literally says, yes, put your money into BlackRock. Unironically,
Yeah.
Why do you think BlackRock manages like $3 trillion?
Yeah, I mean, you can't argue with that, can you?
I don't like it, but there was an app that allowed you to copy the investment of politicians.
Well, I bet that was pretty useful.
That was pretty useful. In fact, it was so useful that they started hiding the information because a little bit too many normies were like, "Oh,
Oh, did they?
this seems profitable." And again, most people don't even know that there are ways to make your money earn money for you. Hell, just even putting basic shit. Like most banks have like savings programs that'll give you double or triple the interest on normal accounts. Just things like that.
People and they tell me, I've watched this show, I've watched every one of these shows, I've watched every one of these Netflix shows. You can use that time to increase your market value instead of kind of, focus on what's going on with the stories and shows that are out there.
Let's move away from Netflix and TV shows and talk specifically about, do you think that capitalism is a system of
Okay.
Well,
It's a piece of good advice. Rather than wasting your time watching Netflix, why don't you work on yourself? Learn a skill. Like all the thing is with skills, right? It's 10,000 hours doing something to become an expert at it, basically. So it's like, okay, well, start grinding.
Yeah, start doing something. If you need money and you need to do something, well,
yeah. And after a couple of years, you will be considered an expert at that thing, and then you'll be able to sell that skill.
But instead of that, we now simply go back to, but what about the system? Anything to avoid the, hey, what could I do?
Yeah, just be skillful at something.
merit that rewards people that are of higher merit?
I do.
Okay, so how would you say that this is a meritocracy when we have some people that are born into excessive wealth and some people that are working minimum wage jobs to provide for 3 or 4 kids? How would you?
Because that is the result of meritocracy.
Yeah, exactly. How do you think they got there?
That child who's born into excessive wealth was because his dad is fucking Bill Gates, who invented something that literally everybody uses.
Yeah.
And that's it. And the other guy, well, he was probably born to a single mom.
Maybe.
It's the consequence of the meritocracy.
Would you say that that's a meritocratic society?
Those are two different things. When
They are two different things. Very unequal things.
Well, no, not necessarily. The parents get credit for making responsible decisions so they can take care of their kids.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not a meritocracy, though. We're building dynasties of wealth.
Not necessarily. I didn't come from dynasties of wealth.
I know,
came from
you're an outlier. I get that. I get that individual. We're talking about systems. Capitalism is a system. It's not an individual system.
Yeah, no, that's good. We should be passing on wealth to our children.
Yeah.
It's a good thing that we pass wealth down to our children.
The only way to avoid doing that is if you simply steal everybody's money when they die.
Yeah.
Which is deeply and incredibly immoral.
Yes, it's fucking evil. What are you thinking?
Yes, this is going to lead to dynasties. Absolutely. There's going to be families that are going to have so much fucking money, so much power, that it might actually become a problem. Fair enough. But...
Oh no, the worst part, we've got too much money.
Yes. Like the Clintons are being assholes again. Okay, I mean, shrug, but the alternative is that when you die, the government goes, thanks.
Yeah.
Which is a lot worse.
That you get to use in your advantage. It's a system that's produced the best results than any other economical system. There's not an economical system that's produced better results than this.
I think...
And that is the finest argument for capitalism, because you can honestly say, yeah, look at the rest of the world. Nobody's come up with a system that works this well. It works.
Yep.
Not to mention as well, okay, so generational wealth. The legacy wealth that goes on for generation to generation is absurdly rare. Like, there's a few dozen families in the world that has that. Most generational wealth...
Even then, it disappears after like 3 generations.
Yeah, on average, like when you have one stupidly rich person who makes it big, 3 generations later, they're probably going to be back to the average. That is the majority of this. Now, that is not like the dynastic wealth, the truly ridiculous kind. But again, that is so absurdly rare.
What it is the natural result of a free country. Just it's in their own internal processes.
Mm-hmm.
I think the incentive.
History is a march of progress, right? So there are going to be advancements that we...
No.
History's a march of progress, Arch.
No. I fucking hate this sliding scale of history shit.
But the thing is, yeah, the Whig theory of history, the thing is, from its own terms, is that, well, history is the march of progress. Like, well, why is everything getting worse?
Yeah.
And you are arguing at the moment that capitalism is making things worse. Like, that is your current argument, my friend. So don't give me this history is just nothing but unfettered good and progress. Obviously not correct.
We make, or there's going to be solutions that we make to previous ailments. I'm not saying that capitalism hasn't brought in better things than systems like feudalism or monarchy, but that doesn't mean
Okay,
that
maybe he is arguing that.
But don't you understand? We should destroy the system that works incredibly well because there might be a system that's better than it.
Yeah, I guess that's the argument.
It's like, this is why I love the communists, because this is classical idiocy. It's, hey, this raft that's keeping us out of the water filled with bull sharks could be bigger. Stabs raft.
Yeah.
I think that capitalism is the final solution, and this is what we're going to
I
last
think capitalism
as we go
is the
into the
best
future.
economical system because it gives an incentive for you to decide how big of a life you want to build. And by the way, the best way to judge it, let me just say this to you, the best way to judge it is in a very simple way. Take all the countries around the world. There's many different economical systems. What has the longest line of people wanting to get in there? It's America. Why is that? 15 million people came here illegally. Millions came here illegally.
Fucking Christ. 12.7 million people entered the country leading the Biden administration?
Can you imagine why the job market's shit?
Fucking Christ.
I know, right?
I didn't know. Jesus.
You didn't know that?
12.7 million over the course of 4 years.
Well, I think we've discovered why the job market's shit, right?
Yeah.
That's a lot of competition. It's a lot of excess labor that shouldn't be in the country.
Trick or treat. Let me smell your feet.
Okay. This actually brings up a perfect. What was it? There was a meme about this. There we go. Let me just bring that. This kind of perfectly encapsulates this situation.
Yeah.
That foreigner wants your cookie. Yeah. The foreigner does
And you
want
let
your
him in the
cookie.
fucking country. Like, when he wasn't in the country, he couldn't have my fucking cookie.
No.
What's he fucking doing here?
But now he's at the table and he wants my fucking cookie.
Yeah, exactly. What's he doing at this fucking table, you prick? He's not having my fucking cookie. It's mine. It's the only one I've got. Like, I see leftists posting this meme all the time. I'm like, you don't understand just how this meme is an argument for xenophobia, do you?
Yeah, no. Because if this is indeed the situation, right? You've got the man who's made all the cookies. He owns the fucking bakery. And at the end of the day, the person who bakes the cookie is given a cookie for his services. He doesn't own the machinery. He doesn't own the flour. He doesn't own the machines that create the fucking wheat. But he's given a cookie for his labor. And then the person comes in, I have contributed nothing to this. Give me your cookie.
Yo, get out of my fucking country.
No, you may not have the cookie. I don't care how many cookies this man has. That is a separate argument.
And to be honest with you, I think the man on the right probably earned his cookie fairly and legitimately.
Yes,
I don't think he stole it.
This is the beauty of the left wing trying to own the right. 'Cause look, he's wearing worksman's garb.
Yeah.
He worked for the cookie. That is his cookie. Meanwhile, this guy's just sitting there in a fucking t-shirt. No indicator that this guy worked for his cookie.
Yep, I bet he doesn't have a fucking job, but he didn't do shit.
You ignorant slut.
Left-wing propaganda is the best right-wing propaganda.
Yeah.
Fucking 12.7 million. Jesus Christ.
I know.
That's 4 Norways. That's 4 Norways worth of fucking people.
It is mad, isn't it? That's more than London.
That crossed the border illegally, quite irrespective of the legal ones.
Yep.
Just the last
But
4 years.
a lot of that is because of
Why do they
economic
choose to
scarcity in
come
other
here?
countries. Well, one of them we could talk about. One is American exceptionalism, which is continuing. Good to meet you.
Thank you.
He was voted out by the other communists.
Are we going to argue that America isn't exceptional in some way? Like, you've got to give it to them. They're doing pretty well.
I'm sure we are. Oh, hello. This seems like a balanced individual.
I can't wait for their argument.
Been the case?
So we've seen
What's been the incentive?
The incentive is intrinsic motivation.
Intrinsic motivation?
Of course. Have you ever heard of intrinsic motivation?
Of course I have. So you
Okay.
think people are going to go just do anything for no incentives?
The incentive is intrinsic, meaning passion, interest, and honing your skills.
Whether you get paid or not.
Well, the problem is that we're forcing people to, need to, work to survive.
So
and
what's the
system-
alternative?
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Yeah, hold
We're
on
not
there.
forcing people to work to survive. That's if you don't do something to generate food, you die of starvation. This is nature. Like, this is the fact that we are temporal, corporeal beings. We didn't fucking force people to work. So does she think the fucking tribesmen don't work to survive? Like, fuck, so stupid.
And her argument, okay, intrinsic motivation. It's kind of the same as the last guy. This people will just naturally do things because of their drive and passion. All right.
Yeah.
Sometimes, correct. Sometimes people will be like, I fucking love making photography. I'm going to be the best photographer in the world. Sure. Sometimes people are going to have passions for other, less marketable skills. Sometimes people are going to have passions for simply shoving as many fucking cookies into themselves as humanly possible.
No, really? Are you serious? I can't believe.
Strangely enough, shoving as many cookies into yourself as possible is a significantly more common passion than photography.
I really do like shoving as many cookies into myself as possible.
Intrinsic motivation to add to the community. Fucking shut up.
Yeah, shit. Fuck off.
Give me another
So,
solution, another
may I
economical
finish the
system.
talking
Yeah,
point?
actually, I'm
Awesome.
curious.
So yeah, the psychological theory of self-determination is widely accepted in psychology. It basically explains that
I do not accept anything that is widely accepted in psychology.
Agreed.
Nothing. None of it. Fucking
Yeah,
hogwash.
agreed.
All of it.
Agreed.
intrinsic motivation and passion is actually what predicts incentive. You're arguing that incentive is integral to
What predicts incentive? No, I think incentive is food. Like, if we're going with the idea that you're going to starve to death, that is the incentive.
She is just babbling.
Yes, this is psychological fucking nonsense. That's what it is.
Yeah.
profit-driven motivation. That's not true. Extrinsic motivation, all times, at every single case, is going to, predict less creativity, less motivation, less skill, etc. Intrinsic motivation is what causes things like technological development.
Don't care. Get a job. Get a fucking job, you hippie.
Greatest breakthroughs have been from people who are devoted in honing their skill.
Blah, 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 blah. Shut up. Get a job.
Yeah, but the greatest technological breakthroughs are created by people honing their skills. Correct. But that's not intrinsic, is it? Not everyone is going to be a rocket scientist. Not everyone is going to be Werner von Braun here. The majority of people are going to hone their skills so much that they require special-made weights to even figure out how heavy they are. Simple as. Like, even if we, because, I agree with the idea that everyone has their passions and that they would love to do that as a job. Absolutely. Well, of course, everyone would like to do what they like doing. Sure. But that might not be a marketable skill. And making it into a marketable skill is not going to be a functional society. There is simply no, ironically, I suppose, there's no growth potential in being a fat bastard.
Well, I mean, it depends what kind of growth you're looking for, Arch, doesn't it?
True. And to be fair, in the modern age, there is a specific slice of OnlyFans that is interested in that, so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, physical growth as well.
I retract my previous statement.
Yeah. And then that woman grew very, very wide.
So should they get paid for it?
I think that we shouldn't live in a system that privately owns means production and forces people in this position.
What college did you go to?
What? Okay, that's a good question. That is.
USC.
You went to USC? What did you major in?
Sociology.
Sociology. Who's your...
Hello. I've
And
majored
you can't
in...
get a job.
Yes. I've
How much
majored
does
in
the sociology
sociology.
How much is the sociology factory paying you?
hero as a professor? Who's
Wow,
the professor you look
this
up to?
doesn't seem like a topic
Do you know
that's
why I
related
asked
to
this question? The
capitalism.
reason why I asked this question is because somebody convinced you of that.
I don't
Somebody
think it's a-
convinced...
Yes, somebody indoctrinated. You went to a school to be indoctrinated, and here you are espousing the topic of your professor. You didn't think up any of this.
Yeah, that's a great point. These are not your ideas.
Convince you that
So
is the
psychology
way that
and studies
produces-
convinced me of this fact about the human
but
mind.
unfortunately, to your
There we go.
claim,
You're
results
brainwashed in
show
university.
that the greatest
Results
economical
show that
system
intrinsic
is
motivation predicts more
capitalism
creativity
that allows
and more
But here's the thing. Okay, intrinsic
Who cares?
motivation, passion. You can do whatever you want. That creates the best society. All right. I know a place where we've tested this. It's called Africa. Where you get to do whatever you want. In fact, the idea of planning forward is not a concept. You exist in the moment at all times.
And how's that working out?
Yes, now let us count off the technological breakthroughs from Africa. Fire. Stop.
They got iron. They have iron.
Have they?
Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah, they've got iron.
Are we sure?
100%.
That's true. Like the Zulus had some kind of pig iron spears.
Yeah, but I mean that's an invention from
Are
like
you ready to
2,700
watch
years
Star
ago.
Wars
So
buttery bud?
Yeah.
But they didn't make the blast furnace.
No.
So no steel and no high grade iron. Okay. Fire, iron, baskets. They have baskets.
there we go.
Not
What
the
more do you
wheel.
need? That's true.
Intrinsically lead this fact. Oh God, hell! Psychology and fact should never be mentioned in the same sentence.
more
people to go
profit
above and
than
beyond
anything
and
like
solve
extrinsic
every
motivation.
single issue out there. An entrepreneur who gets up, who says,
What was your
I'm
claim
gonna
again,
be-
mister?
I'm going to incentive.
Incentive.
The
What
entrepreneur
about
who has
incentive?
an incentive to go out there and build their lives, and you put
So
no
I'm saying that this
monetary
incentive that you're talking about,
Yeah.
what predicts the best incentive, the best drive, and the best
So what
creativity
do you think about
has been
Elon
proven
Musk?
by
What do you think about
psychology.
Elon Musk?
Can we respond to my claim?
This is about
Oh
incentive.
gosh, she
awesome.
hates
So-
Elon Musk.
She hates Elon Musk.
We already know she hates Elon Musk.
And what I love is, so they raise their flags if they disagree with what they're saying. None of these people disagree with this.
Yeah.
None of these 19 people have any objection to the idea that intrinsic motivation will lead to a better society than capitalism, despite the entire history of humanity proving it wrong.
Well, the thing is, like, it's such a utopian thing. It's like, well, if people had no pressure on them, then they would have all this motivation to do stuff. It's like, well, I don't know if that's true. And who cares? Because that's never going to be the case.
Yeah. I think we just become a Wall-E society.
Yeah,
Again,
I agree.
we have proven Africa, the continent of plenty. It's warm all the time. You need to make relatively minimal preparations for the changing of the seasons. No technological inventions. Even though they can do whatever the fuck they want. The food grows on the tree and plops down in their hand.
Yeah. And the thing is as well, like, if everything was just great all the time, what would be the argument for innovation?
Now, why would you change anything?
Yeah, why would you need innovation? What would be the point?
Like, you sit underneath the tree, your stomach growls, and since you only exist in the now, a banana plops down into your hand.
Yeah, you're sat there making time, generating time,
Yeah,
and
producing
suddenly
time.
banana. And it's like,
Banana.
well, there we go. That was very productive. What else would I need to do? Why would I change a thing about this?
This is perfect. And any worries that I have about the future, well,
What future? What are you talking about? If I just sit here for long enough, another banana pops into my hand.
So you're arguing that incentive is intrinsic and tied to extrinsic motivation. What we find is that the best incentive comes from intrinsic motivation.
So a person that's passionate about solving an issue is going to build something bigger than somebody else that's not.
Yeah, so someone who has a true passion for this.
Yeah, so
exactly. So profit motivation is not the thing that's driving innovation, right?
course it is.
Psychology.
Of course
so
it is.
psychology.
but why would he do that thing? What is the incentive for doing? Okay, we agree. Somebody who would love to do a thing would be better than somebody who hates to do the thing. But
Controversial.
what makes them do it?
But also, like, the idea that she's like, yeah, so basically we're going to have a little world full of autists who are just autistically fixing weird, tiny problems. Like, do you think that's sustainable? Do you think that's like a model of a civilization? Like, that's obviously not a model of a civilization. Like, people have things they have to do for reasons. Now, get on with it.
Technology proves that that's not the case. That profit's not the reason that we have the greatest inventions that we do today.
I don't know if I disagree with the fact that there's a passion behind it.
Well, yeah, the profits. Yeah, that's why they do it.
Yeah.
Profit, capitalism, incentive is the engine of capitalism. They wanted money. That's why they did it.
But what she wants is for people to do like feminist art projects where 3 people on Earth resonate with this, and they want them to be a sustainable career.
Yes.
But the thing is, all of economic activity really just comes down to, have you provided value to someone else? Have you given someone else something they'd be prepared to pay for? And if the answer is no, then you have done nothing productive. You have done nothing to increase like the standing of the human race. You have done nothing to provide someone they couldn't do themselves. So why do you deserve it? Why do you deserve any of these things? And that's the question at the bottom of all of this that she can never answer.
Are you saying people with passion, even if there wasn't the incentive to make as much money as they would make, people would still pursue it even with or without money?
That's what psychology says.
Well, your claims are wrong. Because
Who cares?
Yeah, your claims are wrong. Correct. Your claims are fucking wrong. That's not how it works. We know that's not how it works because it's never happened.
Yeah.
Whoever your psychology professor is,
It's
if
not-
you look at data and you
Is a
find
leftist.
He lied to you.
He's a communist.
that how America, that's only been around for 249 years, schooled all the other countries that have been around for hundreds,
Yeah,
if
I'll
not
tell you
thousands
how.
of years
They
more,
schooled all-
they did
they
better than
s-
others because the incentive
Because they
yeah.
accumulated
free market
profit,
capitalism.
right, to
That's why.
1% of the population
Not
and
necessarily.
continue to produce
No,
on that
not
basis.
necessarily. It's
Right? We
not.
have
Well, hang on a second. 1% of the population doesn't own like the wealth of America. Fucking shut up. That's so stupid. Like, that's such an obvious BS.
But even if we assume that's correct, even if accumulating profit leads to a greater and better demonstrable nation, well, fuck. Let's do
But
that.
they're fine, yeah. But that's not what happened.
No, it isn't.
America was a land that was very fertile, very rich in resources, and peopled by Protestants. Protestants, I don't know whether anyone knows, view work as redemption, right? Work is itself a redeeming fact. And so you work hard and you are morally redeemed, and also you turn up with a lot more wealth than you had before.
Yep. And if indeed the gathering up of capital creates a better country via incentives, well, that's another part of capitalism. You're going to get the rich guy who builds the factory. He's the guy who provides opportunities for labor. This then allows us to produce more things, better things, more factories arrive, better products are created.
Demand creates supply.
And competition produces yet further innovation.
At this, okay.
It's
so
not necessarily.
Do we want?
And none of it has anything to do with psychology, incidentally.
Do we want to respond? Because you can say that.
You've been
the
interrupting the entire time. So if you're saying about the 1% are the problem and they're the only ones that make money,
That's
a lot
not
of
what I
people
said.
make money. You said the profit goes to
That
1%.
is what you
explaining how it is that America has become the dominant power that it is now, right? What we see is that because we have this engine, right, this desire to accumulate profit, we morally justify things like going to other countries, imperializing them, colonizing them, extracting.
Oh, shut the fuck up!
Yes.
America is the end of imperialism, you retard. America literally made everyone decolonize.
Yes.
She's talking about Europe.
America didn't colonize shit. They colonized the Philippines, briefly.
Yeah.
Didn't extract
Hawaii?
dick from the Philippines.
But there's nothing
Hawaii,
there to extract.
dick there to
They've
extract.
got like they've got fucking a bunch of Pacific islands that themselves have no intrinsic value for strategic reasons. Like, that's what America has.
Yep. America colonized fucking nothing.
And the thing is, as well, America doesn't need to colonize. It's a giant continent with loads of natural resources.
Yes.
Like, why would it need to colonize anything?
Yes, the reason why the rest of the nations went to Africa was like, oh, hey, bananas, coffee, silks. We have none of this.
Europe isn't a giant continent with tons of natural resources.
Well, it is a fairly large continent, but it's a large continent with like 7 superpowers on it at the time.
Yeah, but as continents go, Europe is not very big.
No. It's not very big, and it's hyper-concentrated with highly warlike natives.
Yeah, but also it doesn't really have that much in the way of resources.
No, especially not the exotic resources that we could find in the rest of the world that we were able to pay for. And even then, the overwhelming majority of colonies were non-profitable due to the amount of money that needed to be put into them to make them produce. This entire myth that Europe just swept in and tore up the third world is bullshit. We left far more value there than we ever extracted.
They're living in their mud huts, and then the Europeans turned up and stole all their wealth. What?
Yeah, right from underneath them.
Yeah. Sorry, no, we left you with your mud huts and a railway.
Yeah, and a railway, which 250 years later is still there, but you're not
Yeah, it
maintaining
still works. Yeah.
That's literally the story of, like, Empire of Dust, a Portuguese road that is, like, 200 years old, has never been maintained since the Portuguese left.
Yep.
Their resources, right, to funnel our country, right? Social democracies in the Nordic countries don't do this, so yeah, they might not be the wealthiest power.
Once again, the mystical social democracies of the almost entirely homogenous Protestant nation of Norwegians is being invoked.
You think we work due to passion? Woman, lady. We were a fucking second world agricultural country until we found oil.
But even then, it didn't work. That didn't happen for Sweden. Didn't happen for Denmark. What happened? Protestantism. They just got to fucking work. Get a job.
If anything, the softer life that Norway has had, you can see that demonstrated in a negative fashion. Sweden has developed a military arms industry. It's built its own jet, its own IFVs, its own missiles. Here in Norway, we're just like, well, we have oil.
Norway's making sure that Anders Breivik doesn't miss his breakfast.
Yes, and that he has a PS5.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'd be violating his human rights.
Exactly.
Like, if anything...
But the idea that Scandinavia ended up, like, as a wealthy first world series of nations because of, I don't know, I mean, I don't even know how she thinks that it came around. But anything other than just raw hard work is just fucking bonkers. Absolutely bonkers.
But again, it's just this... It's a thing Americans do. Social democracies. No, listen, we're just a democracy. That's it. There's no... The socialization of the rest of it is just our capitalist welfare system. That's it.
But also, ancient homogenous society. That's what you need. For this to work, ancient homogenous society, where everyone understands themselves as a net payee into the system.
Willingness to contribute.
A willingness to contribute because you know that everyone else has got the same attitude to the system, because everyone else is also a white Scandinavian Protestant who sees redemption through labor, who doesn't want to be a sponge on the state, who doesn't want to just take and take and take because they feel bad about doing that inside. Hence, working is the redemptive factor. Like, honestly, like she's never going to get like the homogenous white Protestant nation in America. So stop trying.
Because to have what Norway has, you need to be willing to accept what Norway does. And that means 50% taxes, at least. That means 25% sales tax on anything you purchase. It means paying wealth tax. It means paying on the property you own. It means paying extra for your electricity. It means paying to the state out your fucking ass. And Americans can't even save... Oh God, America! I hate your taxes so much. I want them. I
know. I'm so jealous, man.
That's the thing. To have, like, look at England, the NHS, right, buckling under the weight. Even though England still also has significant taxation, like, there seems to be a point at which a country is simply too large for this, where no matter how heavily you tax your populace, the burden upon the social security network is simply too great.
Yeah.
Like, we spend more on our medical care system than any other thing. It is the single most expensive part of Norway's budget. Like, it makes policing, firefighting, military, they're slivers on the pie in comparison. It's so expensive. And the worst part is, too, socialized healthcare raises prices because now the drug companies are, I'm not dealing with a private company that has a limited budget. I'm dealing with the fucking state. I can ask for anything.
Yeah. And the thing is, it's important to remember that we literally gave up the empire to get the NHS, and now it's bankrupting us. The empire never bankrupted us. It was cheaper.
Yeah. Building the third world was cheaper than healthcare in Britain.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, than public healthcare in Britain.
All right. Okay. I'm going to move over to Superchats so we can have a hope of finishing on time.
These fucking people, though.
Look
at their faces as well. Patrick's doing a great job smashing them.
Oh, yeah. He's doing fantastic. I had this hope before we started today that we might actually get through like a good portion of this. Well, I've been proven wrong.
Yeah. Should have just started on it, really.
I know, but there were other fun things too.
Yeah.
Besides, I'm thinking 10 minutes of communism is going to be the equivalent of an hour of communism.
Oh, God, yeah.
I imagine the points won't be drastically different whether you start at the beginning or the end, honestly. Why do they all look like caricatures of themselves? Curve Munchman on Streamlabs. Hey, Art and Sargon, if you're still here, Dev, in case you're fan of Taco, has become a disingenuous liar. I mean, he's Dev. He's been lied about Trump and the right and claimed things he's done are illegal even when they're not, and lied about so many other things. 1 out of 3. Oh my god, it's a whole Dev rant. Dev has lied and said Biden didn't do things that were more authoritative. I mean, listen, the argument between all of that sounds like basically what you value. Subjective judgments, half the time. Even though they did, and while he claimed they were Rubicons for Trump, there was no authoritarian, he denies that Biden and the Dems did the horrible shit they did. Then there's, of course, Dev's lies that the Second Amendment gives illegals the right to own guns, and him saying he wants the Ministry of Truth. Dev knows that he's lying but doesn't care, and he'll act like he never changed. We just never knew him.
I don't know, man. Like, I just see a lot of spurking on the internet these days.
Yep. Dev is spurging out somewhere over there.
Not just Dev, though, everyone. Like, I think Dev, to avoid having to admit that Trump is an infallible good who can do no wrong and has never done anything wrong. Mm-hmm. Dev has contorted himself into a series of knots and decided he's going to hide behind trolling, and so he winds people up in order to not have to accept the glorious truth of Trump's divinity.
Yep, I agree. I made the argument to Dev, in fact, that yes, when Trump says he who saves his nation breaks no laws, he's correct.
Yeah.
He's 100% accurate. Trump was like, look at England now. Look at the way things are going in England. The way people are talking about England. Trump was the pressure valve, and so long as he is able to release that pressure to move America towards a more normal state of being, I don't think I care how many laws he supposedly violates. Tanushi, the dirty smear merchant would be sought to invent stuff like Gammonzilla.
Sorry, say again.
The dirty smear merchant would be the sort to invent stuff like Gammonzilla.
Oh no, Gammonzilla definitely exists.
Yeah, Gammonzilla's real.
Yeah, there's no question of it. I mean, like, the question is how long can they keep him asleep?
He just hasn't been really, caring about politics for a while.
No, he's been caring about the football.
Yeah. But now the football's turning shit too, and the government is coming for his TV.
Yeah, well, unironically.
Rogue Jupiter. Handmaiden's Tale S easy to explain. First, it's mate suppression to boost the birth rate. Second, it's just a fetish. Reminds of the right-wing breeding camps. Yes, it's a fetish. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And hey, you can have your fetish material, just understand that that's what it is. Dreadnought Logan, I'm 24 and I know I will win in the end, either as a young man or a middle-aged man. I'm probably the last one in the Liberals as I end it. In the Liberals as I end it. Well, at least we know that we are on the right path. Drunken Walrus, living in England is like living on rocks. Soon. Primarch, have either of you read about the Battle of New Orleans in 1814? Apparently, Wellington was the original choice to command, but declined last minute. I have not read about it, no. American Civil War, I presume.
Can't say that I have. But I'm sure it would have gone a lot better if Wellington was in charge.
Frog Jupiter, have you seen Second Thoughts vid on Econ? He unironically argued supply and demand wasn't real because prices changed at the grocery store through the day. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time parsing that.
Yes, I didn't want to be the first one to say it. Can we repeat that?
Supply and demand wasn't real, so supply and demand isn't real because prices change at the grocery store through the day.
Do they?
I mean, I don't think they do on a daily basis, but...
Yeah.
I mean, grocery stores change their prices, yes, in reaction to, supply and demand. I don't see how pricing changing is an argument against supply and demand.
Yeah, no, that actually is because of supply and demand, as I understand it.
Yeah, I don't see how I don't see how that follows.
No.
Huh. CH3 for $50 at Streamlabs. Thank you very much, sir. We have a lot of jobs in our economy that involves dealing with literal human excrement, and they are critical to keeping our society running. How do we get people to do such disgusting work? With money, who has intrinsic motivation to clean up porta-johns. Yes, that's a great example. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
There are jobs that just suck.
Oh, no, there's some guy out there who's a passionate sewer cleaner, Arch. I don't know what you're talking about. He's just like, God, I would do this for free if money didn't exist.
You know what? I can even see an argument for that. There are people who get turned on by shit these days.
I think you'd actually, in reality, find it hard. It'd be difficult to find those people, actually.
Well, I'm not saying there's a huge portion of the population, but imagine working at the DMV, right? Your job is to be a representative of the slowest, most ineffective bureaucratic system known to man, and to be yelled at non-stop by a series of annoyed people. Again, who has the intrinsic motivation to do this? Who is it that is like, God, I am dying to sit at the register at my local supermarket and scan packages of cheese for 8 hours straight?
I mean, there must be some out there, right? I mean, like, we've been reliably informed that intrinsic motivation is far superior to capitalism.
And incidentally, the wages for those businesses that do shit like that, like septic cleaning or dirty jobs, the wages tend to only go up because supply and demand.
Yeah, it's like people mock Binman, but they get paid really well.
Oh, yeah.
There's nothing ignoble about the amount of money they've got.
Mr. J, too bad the UK is not like the US, because I would argue in the name of stop paying taxes next to raise the flag. Starve the system of money. Yeah. No, I think the thing that they were doing, EPing, to just threaten to withhold taxes.
Yeah.
Great idea.
Yeah.
Because it will drain the system of money, and, okay, you don't pay taxes, right? Now they're going to have to come after you. They're going to have to spend even more money to extract the money from you.
Yeah.
And then you can argue it. You can go to court, like, listen, I don't think they delivered the services. And you won't be in the right, because the government, I guarantee you, has made an ironclad rule that you will pay taxes. But again, you can waste even more of the system's time, even more of the system's money. If 1 million Englishmen all decided, we're just not going to.
Oh, if there was mass non-compliance, the system would just collapse.
Yeah, it would just stop.
No question. They and the thing is, they know. That's the thing is, this is why they fear Gammonzilla, right? Because what Gammonzilla represents is millions and millions of normal Englishmen saying, "Fuck you, we're not doing anything."
Yeah. That is how you would effectively bring down the system. Mass non-compliance.
Yes.
Nolly. Hey, Sargon. Good to see England is getting the message across to those who need to hear it. But on a cultural what-if question, and this is important, the common dress of Britain is either Gondorian Knight or Ithilien Ranger.
What would I prefer it to be, or?
I presume so, yeah.
Probably the Knights.
Yeah. The Gondor armor from the movies is just fucking fantastic.
Yeah. And again, it just really brings in sharp relief how shit Rings of Power was.
Rings of Power, yep.
Yeah.
You know, Gondor at its weakest, they look absolute badass. Dudes in fucking partial plate on basic spearmen.
Yeah. I mean, these guys look like tough infantrymen.
Oh, yeah. They look like... any other era, they would be heavy infantry. Elites.
Oh, yeah.
The Jerk, Handmaid's Tale was originally about the Middle East, but Western editors made them change it. I mean, it would make more sense in the Middle East.
Well, it is the Middle East.
Pizza Mine 98. Sargon, would you rather Starmer rule Airstrip 1 for another decade, or have American invade and give you free speech?
Starmer rule.
Yep. Sargon is
Americans, and I... No. Stop threatening to invade your fucking allies, you retards. Right? You invade your enemies. You do not invade your allies, you fucking retards. You sound like ridiculous leftists, actually, when you're like, hey, I've got a set of values, guys. How about my values? It's like, you sound like a fucking leftist. You sound no different to Keir Starmer, right? I know you think your values are good, but our sovereignty and integrity is way more important. Like, it's a really ridiculous thing, and it really does make people fucking hate you, right? That's why Canada went communist. Like, everyone hated Trudeau, and yet you put another fucking communist in charge. You're like, oh, we're going to annex your country. It was stupid. Stupid and irresponsible. You do not threaten to invade your fucking allies.
True. The re-election of Trudeau party was largely because America couldn't simply shut up for a few months.
It wasn't even largely, it was entirely. Because what they did is made patriotism the left-wing position in Canada. Really fucking stupid. Honestly, really stupid.
358, the Virgin...
sorry, let me just add to that as well. Really not fucking helpful as well, right? Really not helpful. Because, like, everyone outside of America is struggling with the entrenched legal system that is leftism in their countries, and, like, you know, completely captured fucking left-wing propaganda networks that are often done by, like, state broadcasters. And so they can, at any point, just broadcast Donald Trump being like, we're going to annex Canada. And suddenly every fucking Canadian is like, right, okay, I'm going to have to die in the trenches then. Right? That didn't have to happen. If Trump had just been like, I guess Poilievre is going to win, then Canada would currently be a right-wing country. But instead, it's an even more left-wing country than it was. Really fucking stupid. Right? Fuck your values. Your values are yours. I'm not even saying I disagree with your values, but shut the fuck up about values.
There you go.
It's such libtard brain being like, oh, let's invade Iraq. We'll set up a fucking democracy. Like, you value democracy. They don't. They value their sovereignty. It's so annoying, man. I hear Americans say this all the time. Like, they think it's some fucking favor. It's like, no, we don't want a fucking American invasion. What a stupid thing to say. We're meant to be your fucking allies. Don't threaten to invade my country. It's so dumb. It's really insulting.
You ignorant slut.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong, Arch? Tell me I'm wrong.
See, I understand the meme of it.
Trick
I
or
do.
treat. Can I smell your feet?
And hell, I play along with it because I think it's funny too. But it does not help. I agree. And again, Canada is the arc example of it because Canada has virtually defined itself by its opposition to America. So if you want Canada on side, you've got to treat it like a touchy girlfriend, basically.
Yep. But it's literally just as simple as don't threaten to invade your allies. It doesn't matter what your values are. It's about loyalty. Like, when the Civil War starts, then what you do is you fund the rebels.
There you go. Now you're the good guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Fridden, 58. The Virgin Mob versus the Chad. Luna's Prince Dunkler specifically made that Indian video for you, Mr. Carl. I'll have to find time to watch it then.
Yeah, what video are you talking about?
Juggernaut Theory, I think it was called.
Oh, right, okay. I haven't seen it. I will watch it after this.
Alexander Bryant, British mail order brides when?
I mean, do you want British women as mail order brides?
Yeah, that's the question, isn't it?
If you want.
Fredden 58. This is why you don't debate, midwit communist. Even if you bring up good points, they would immediately ignore it.
Yeah, I know they're too stupid to understand, obviously, but like they're too brainwashed to give a shit. But like, it's still useful as an example to other people who are not brainwashed midwit communists.
Yes, a debate is not about convincing your opponent; it's about convincing the audience.
Yeah, precisely. It's about convincing the audience, not your opponents.
Heatseeker, Carl, in a recent video, Harry told me I didn't have a choice, I had to buy Ireland 4, and fearing for my life, I complied.
Trick
Well,
or
good. I mean, he was right.
Can I smell
Otherwise, we send him round. So you know. But
Hunter.
hopefully you're enjoying it.
Working hard, says Hunter, in his mind 3 part-time unskilled labor jobs for a total of 44 hours a week for minimum wage. Yeah. And I'm sure it's hard work. I'm sure it sucks, but if you don't get paid for it, don't do it.
Yeah.
And again,
Unless there's like a point to it.
there is also an argument to be made that it is very difficult to get decent employment in America. And this is a Western problem as well. And this is because you've imported too many people who do that job. If you take a 5-year fucking engineering degree and you come out of that and you realize that 5 million of your own people have done the same, and then another million H-1B visa people are doing the same, the people hiring are going to be like, hey, how many years of experience do you have?
Mm-hmm.
There's even there needs to be like a job market survey for people before they decide on what to get educated in that basically tell you, okay, we have too many engineers. We just have too fucking many engineers. I know it's a complex job. I know it pays well. We just have too many. You're not going to get employed. However, carpenters, we've got fucking none of those. Mason Miller, if I recall correctly, in HT, a woman who couldn't have children developed the culture and had her husband head it. Makes sense Harridans would do that. Oh. So, The Handmaid's Tale is the tale of women oppressing other women. And then nagging the husband to enforce it.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see that happening, I guess. Hunter, we have 55 million work visas right now, and the legal numbers are more likely between 15 to potentially 40 million illegals. Yeah, again, I don't understand why you can't find employment.
How has this happened to us?
Martin Sandal Eskilsson, inheritance tax is rough here in Denmark, from what I remember from when my dad died. Also, Indian train thing doesn't surprise me as a truck driver when I see the complete disregard for 20 to 80 ton trucks on the roads these days.
Oh, it's mad, isn't it? I'm actually looking forward to watching Dank's India video now that I know it's specifically speaking to me. I want to know what his argument is.
We used to have death tax in Norway. We did get rid of death tax, which is nice. I'm sure we'll bring it back sooner or later, but...
I tell you, I don't stand to inherit anything, but I fucking hate inheritance taxes. It's genuinely the principle of the thing. It's just like you tax the shit out of me my whole life, and now you're like, right, you're dead, give me some money. Fuck you.
For us, inheritance tax was on everything. So if you had a house, even if it had a mortgage, they would just go, oh, that house is worth X amount. You're going to have to pay us that now. When my grandmother died, before the inheritance tax went away, she had an old house that my great-grandfather had built, that he had literally built himself with his own fucking hands, right? That house, middle of nowhere, old as hell, like outdated interior because it's ancient. The government valued that at 4 million, like Norwegian, so $400,000. And we're still like, okay, you owe us 25% of that. Okay.
Do I? Huh. Weird how you came to that conclusion, because I don't think I owe you shit. Fuck you.
And so it's like, okay, what do you do?
Got the money, I guess.
Most families would just have to sell it to pay for the tax.
Yeah. That's precisely what Keir Starmer's doing with the farms in Britain at the moment.
Yeah.
So he created a death tax on farms, so the farmers are going to have to sell their farms to BlackRock just to pay the tax on the farm.
Mason Miller, if anything, Handmaid's Tale is an indictment on feminist women today. You know what? Okay, so my chat sent me a book called Milking Farm, which is about a woman milking minotaurs. Again, I don't mind you having your fetishes, but there was a passage in this book that was linked to me, which was basically the woman explaining why she was a very good feminist whilst blowing a cow.
I mean, is there anything more feminist, really?
And
at the end of the day,
the entire part of it,
I can't.
Was the cow basically having like a long like monologue about how he valued her as a woman, etc., and how he was going to pay for her food because it was a choice. A long diatribe of feminism, basically. Which made me realize the entire feminism thing is just, it's a power play. They're not any less sexual, any less perverted. They're exactly as bad as they've always been. They just want you to submit to their ideology.
Yeah. But it's always been that way.
Yeah. It's a fetish thing for them. I would like you to verbalize your agreement to this list of things I have. And once you have adequately demonstrated your subservience, well, this is a fetish for me, so then we can have sex.
Well, yeah.
Given your Gloyd, in Germany, about 50% of people who receive basic income don't have a German citizenship.
No kidding.
Why? Well, it's because the Germans would like to work. It's because the Germans actually feel shame at receiving money for nothing.
Yeah.
Read it, says chat. Listen, chat. We have a fund for it. You can force me to, because my intrinsic motivation is monetary. But think very carefully about what you're asking here. Base Hillbilly Art. Who were better rulers, the Danes or my Swedish forefathers? Long live Carolus Rex. Well, the Swedes. Like, yeah, no, I don't want to say it, but the Swedes. The Swedes treated us better. But that also gave us ideas. Like, we were under the Danes for like what, 100 years or something? We only put up with like 20 odd years of Swedish because you were soft with us. And so we started buying machine guns and bolt action rifles and going, we're independent now. Come get us. That was your mistake. And then we found oil.
Woo.
Howard, sociology was the first field to fall. Bonobos versus chimps. Yeah, sociology was never real. It was never real. Mercedes 21, it's people like this that make me believe science is no longer believable to the point where we're better off believing all science and history is a lie.
Well, I mean, like, so the good thing about science is you can tell the bits that are actually lies, right? So if things start falling out of the sky, that's probably not true. You know, if everything's working fine and then someone comes along and goes, we need to change everything, they're probably full of shit.
Steel Manning, communists have reliably informed me my entire life that communism is the ideal solution. What are you not understanding about this?
Wow, great question. How have I not come to that conclusion myself, one might ask.
Mercenaries anyone, you can have our tax system, Arch. We want ours gone. I would fucking love your tax system.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
There are states in America where they just don't pay any income tax.
I know.
Can you imagine?
Like, I tell this story every time, but I was looking up, like, American states. I was having a conversation, and I was sort of like, oh, you definitely don't want to move to, like, Las Vegas. Why? Oh, they've got an incredible sales tax of 7%. Oh, no! And to an American, that's just like, oh my God, tyranny.
Yeah, I know. There are like ones in like, you know, New England or wherever, like New Hampshire or whatever, but they just don't have any fucking income tax. It's like, oh, but they have property taxes, and it's less than that. It's like, for fuck's sake.
Like, honestly, I like the idea of the sales tax, so long as you don't tax me for everything else. I am happy to pay for what I purchase.
Yeah. I would accept a sales tax. You know, if it was like, you know, well, it's going to be like a 30% markup on everything you buy, but the government will take no money from you. I'd take that deal, man.
Fuck yes. I'd simply be paying into the collective for what I myself purchase, and I can choose not to. Like, I can choose not to buy a brand new fucking computer.
Yep.
I'm happy with that. I'm
but moreover, the things that I like, the things that I'm going to buy are worthwhile to me. Mm-hmm. I'm happy to pay that extra money. Like, you know, if literally anything, if everything was like 30% more, I'd be like, okay, well, I want that thing. I don't want all of this other shit, so I'm not going to spend any money on that. I want this thing here. Just like with, you know, taxes, like I don't want my money going to like asylum hotels. So I wouldn't spend money that went on asylum hotels. You know, I would only be getting the things I actually wanted.
Walking Corpse says, good show. Keep it up. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
No, thank you.
Primarch, it was the War of 1812 of Britain, not the American Civil War. Oh, it's the first American Civil War. Yeah. I continue to insist that was the first American Civil War.
Well, the War of 1812?
Yeah, the Liberation War from Britain. Because literally, the reason why we call it a civil war is basically when the prevailing power structure wins.
Well, I would have thought we call it a civil war because it's the same people arguing over a polity.
Yeah, that would be the reasonable definition. But in that case, the Americans rising up against the British, civil war.
Yeah, the American Revolution basically was a civil war.
Yep. There you go. The first civil war. Chat. Seduction Doppelganger. The US should no longer ally with the modern UK. Oh, God. I tell you as well, Nigel Farage really fucked up on his visit to America.
Did he? What did he? Well, I thought he did all right, to be honest.
I don't think so. He made it too easy to attack him because he was arguing for sanctions against Britain.
I don't think he actually did argue for sanctions, did he? See, I saw a clip of him going around where he was like, you know, take us as a dire warning, which is correct. Take us as a dire warning. But I didn't see him arguing for sanctions. The news, the media, the Labour Party were all saying, "Oh, that's what he's doing," but I didn't see him actually. I mean, maybe he did, and I missed it.
Possibly. He's made himself too easy to attack, though. I don't like it.
But I'm reasonably sure that he is not stupid enough to do that. I mean, maybe he did. If someone's got a link, let me know. You know, I might have missed it.
Father Jack, sounds like English coping and seething, Sargon.
Well, I mean, it could be with any subject about England at the moment.
Mercenaries21, Sargon, if you think that a Canadian election was legit, I have a bridge in Kansas with an Indian Island Ocean beach front property to tell you.
There's literally no reason to think there was anything illegitimate about the Canadian election. It's just very obvious what happened. Very fucking obvious.
Mercenaries21, 3 Canadian provinces want to be part of America. I don't think they do. Not the majority, at least.
Yeah. And it doesn't matter.
Hexy, God, I hope things get worse in Canada. Commies? Well, I mean, yes. I, too, want eventually the Labour regime to just destroy Canada, but, you know. Father Jack, maybe if you had US help, your country would be slowly taken over by... Would be slowly taken over by invaded Sargon? I'm presuming wouldn't.
No,
at least in the US, we have firearms to protect
invaders.
ourselves.
No, you don't. You've got 57% white population. The fuck are you talking about? Your country's being taken over.
Yeah, to be
I'm
fair.
sorry, guys. I don't know what to tell you.
England only took 1 million people. You took 12.7 over 4 years.
Yeah. And the thing is, the idea that, I have firearms. What, you going to go on a shooting spree or something? Like, what's the plan, boys?
Statistically speaking, in America, you're taking more of the brown penis than England is.
Yeah.
Saying.
I don't think you guys have really thought this through.
Walking corpse, I'm sick of the rest of the world working things out with our blood and treasure. If you don't like how we behave, losers.
Well, yeah, I mean, I totally appreciate that sentiment.
Although, did you also see now, Europe, as in the entirety of Europe, its combined military spending has now eclipsed America for the first time in like 100 years?
I bet their military's way worse, though.
Oh, well, yeah. No, because we still have to build it.
Right, okay.
But that is an intriguing thing. And that is not because of Russia, mind you, either. That's the funny part of it. Russia was doing all kinds of crazy shit, and we did nothing. America starts being even mildly antagonistic. Suddenly, Europe rearms.
Boys, shut up. Americans, like, you know, if there's one thing I like, am more contemptuous of, it's European militarism.
Trick or treat. Can I sell your feet?
Like, can you even imagine the kind of people who'd be like commanding invasions now in Europe? Like utterly infantile bureaucrats who are just like, well, I'm just going to follow the rules. So, yeah, that's what a good commander does. He just follows the rules.
Oh, we're going to be useless at it for a very long time. And
yeah.
This bragging post is a perfect example. So, Europe's largest munitions plant has opened in Unterlüb, Germany. Run by Rheinmetall, the 30,000 square meter site set to produce 350,000 artillery shells a year by 2027.
That doesn't sound like that many.
That's fucking nothing.
Yeah.
This is so, and look at this. Look at, I guarantee you, the distance between them. The workers aren't allowed to carry them. These things moving so slow, safety regulations. The reason why this plant is this large and produces this little is because 90% of it is fucking bureaucratic bullshit.
Yeah.
I guarantee you. And again, 350,000 artillery shells. Fuck. It's nothing. In the relatively low-intensity conflict in Ukraine right now, there's an average expenditure of something like 20,000 shells a day. If there were 3 more factories just like this, Germany would, after a year, have enough ammunition for a single day of World War I bombardment. We're going to be Europe is going to spend an enormous amount of money. 90% of what it produces is going to be fucking worthless. And we're going to be spending 3 times as much money to try and fix it.
It's just another day ending in Y.
Yep. So, Europe is rearming, but we're gonna do it in the worst fucking way imaginable.
I'm so tired of everything being shit.
War Turkey Fire, isn't a chunk of Western Canada threatening to leave Canada and join the US? Nah, it's like when how Texas every year is like, oh, we're gonna become independent. No.
Yeah, nothing's gonna happen.
Kenyon Wells, England fell to migration, not sovereign anymore, not an ally anymore. England is stand is fair game to invade.
Yeah, but the thing is, like I said, you're way further down this route than we are.
And again, remember Gammonzilla? Gammonzilla doesn't care. Gammonzilla doesn't understand.
Gammonzilla is proportionally way stronger in England than he is in America.
Yes. Deadpool Kid, don't worry, Carl, will arrive the UK and restore democracy, installing more Walmarts, McDonald's, and housing for newly workers.
Yeah, you can see why nobody wants that.
Sargon, are you marching with Tommy on September 13th?
I am indeed.
Seduction Doppelgang. Actually, yes to the S. Sprees if deportation fails. God damn it, I need to start screening these again. Primarch. The revolution was 1776, not 1812. Different war. Still a civil war. Yeah. Blaystone. Albertans want independence more by the day, not to become part of the US. Moreover, they want Canada to treat Albertans better, not leave Homestuck Fund. Well, the problem is, it's not going to matter. There's probably like 5% of the population who's like, we want Alberta to be independent. Yeah. It's not going to happen. And if it did happen, it probably wouldn't work out very well. Where's that now? And added to Homestuck Fund. Oh, look, Raven, I'm visiting London in October from the USA. Any tips?
Sorry, he's visiting where again?
London.
Oh, London. Well, I mean, in the centre, there's plenty of touristy stuff to do. So, you know, you'll find plenty of, nice tourist stuff. And it'll cost you a fucking fortune, but, have fun.
Tower of London is pretty cool. I went there. That was fun.
Yeah, there's plenty of good stuff there.
The food is awful, no matter how much you pay for it, so just go for the cheapest one. Literally go for Weatherspoons. It's the best food around. I've tested. I went to a Weatherspoon and just got a burger. Satisfiable. Then I went to the most expensive restaurant I could find along the Thames with people who open the doors for you and charged me an irresponsible amount of money for a steak. It was not great.
It was mid.
Yeah, it was thoroughly mid.
Yeah.
Thoroughly mid. So just literally go to a fucking pub and eat food there. That's the best food I got in England. Base Hillbilly. I grew up in a high-trust Lutheran social democracy called Minnesota. They kept adding more alien populations until it broke and became a hellhole. A common story these days. Alexander Cross. The idea behind the invasion rhetoric was meant to sort of liberate the places from governments. Tyrannid. Still bad rhetoric, though. And Commander Ironwolf, how is it a civil war? If it's a war that was fought after we're independence, the War of 1812 happened 40 years after the United States was formed. Listen, because I say
the same peoples.
Yeah, there you go.
Service guarantees citizenship.
Yeah, the United States and the British Empire. Yeah, see? That's basically a civil war.
Oh my god. I've just found a tweet saying Nadine Dorris is hot. It's like, bro, what? Why would you say or think this?
There are people out there that have very weird tastes, and they're becoming more numerous by the day.
It's so true. So what the fuck is this?
Blazestone, based on the metric of regular people talking unprompted about seceding from Canada, is not a critical mass yet, but is growing. Homestuck Fund. I would like to see Canada partitioned. Don't get me wrong. I just don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, I find it unlikely.
Killerzilla Volt, the Canadian Constitution allows its provinces to leave Canada if they vote for it, unlike the US Constitution. Alberta really does want to leave. Oh, technically, there were states in the US who were allowed to leave during a vote as well, but, you know.
How'd that work out?
Indeed.
Hmm.
There's many arguments that one can make about the legality of the situation in front of the man wearing carrying the stick. MJ Bull 515. God damn it. Central New York laid out by classicists. Besides Syracuse, there is Rome, Utica, Sincero, Camillus. Most of the names are native or English, like Liverpool and Manchester.
Are you ready to ride this yellow?
I kind of hate the
mean-
idea of there being an American Liverpool, though.
You know, there's an American Birmingham. Boston is a place in England. Like they were really uncreative with how they named their towns in the beginning.
Yeah, no, unironic. So you arrive in the new world. It's a land of opportunity. You're like, hey, what are we going to call this place?
New
Birmingham?
York. What? Where you've just come from?
Yeah, it's York, see, but new.
Yeah. Literally what it is.
It's one of those things where New York doesn't mean what it means. It has its own meaning, right? New York means New York. But when you break it down, it's literally just York.
York, but new.
But new.
Yeah.
God damn it, America. God damn it. You do not get to claim any moral high ground on anything. Anything. Alexander Cross, basically, we think you all are Vichy France. Well, the Americans were eager to collaborate with Vichy France, I'm just saying. Right, and with that, never mind. Nolly, wait, I need to ask him this while he's here. Sargon, have you looked into Senator Armstrong from Metal Gear Revengeance? If not, please do. It's awesome. Revengeance Fund.
Not
Okay, 10. I will add that to a Metal Gear Solid Fund. Right. We've gone through all of the super chats.
okay. Wonderful.
Thank you all very much for watching. Thank you for hanging out today. And thank you for your generous donations, as always. Even if most of you couldn't possibly name a country, a city, a province, a state, nation, or anything ever. But I forgive you. Oh, Oliver Nord. Surely Canada ignoring the US and closer to the EU must be a good thing for you guys. Didn't we order 9 diesel submarines from you to patrol the Arctic?
Oh, no, the EU's cancer needs to die too.
Tom and Russell. Most of the towns were named by the British. Don't foist your uncreativeness on us. I don't know.
You are the British. Shut up. Like,
Yeah. I think
There's a
you
reason
took
we
on
speak
blame the
English.
moment you went off the boat.
Yeah.
Until next time, chat. Thank you very much for watching again, and have a good day.